What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream with the Brews crew here. How's everybody doing? So, How are you doing?
Chilling.
This is the first time I think we've all been together since getting back from Daytona.
Since Daytona, absolutely.
Since Daytona,
yeah.
So that kind of segues what we're talking about tonight. As you can see from the thumbnail, we're just going to kind of talk about Daytona, give our thoughts on it. If you're watching earlier, you saw Pro Monkey put out a video earlier today, his thoughts on it. So we're going to talk about ours. I got a few questions here for the fellas and for us to kind of
Ponder
and generate some conversation, and then talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So, for starters, I'm drinking tonight. Well, I'm starting with just this one Yuengling Hershey's Porter, which comes out this time of year every year, and I kind of dig it for a Yuengling. I like it.
For a Yuengling? I've actually never tried it. I probably should try it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I haven't tried it either, so I'll have to try it sometime.
We'll buy your own.
Yeah. For me, I'm drinking something I haven't tried before. It's called White Van Vibes, and it's from Short Throw Brewing in collaboration with Hoof Hearted Brewing. So it's an 8.4. It's got a lot of the hops that I like that I enjoy, and so far it's really good.
All right. And I have, Bert's been waiting for me to say this, some Queensicle from Bonesaw Brewing, which is a orange cream ale.
A big Bonesaw.
I dig
don't know
Bonesaw.
about that name.
I like this cream ale too.
I'm a big fan of Bonesaw. So before we really get in, I just saw one comment I didn't want to lose from Yomoto. It says,
I just saw it too.
I want those 4,200 miles back, which I don't understand why. That should have been most of the fun. And all the fuel back. That's how I feel about it. Now, from what I remember, didn't you spend about 7 hours there? Like, how are you giving it a good solid review for, like, how long were you there? Because I know you were in and out real quick. And unfortunately, we didn't get to meet up with you like we were trying to because we had some plans that night. But I think like one day is kind of tough to give. So go ahead and start with like what was the first question we had about it? Because like basically with the overall.
Let me get in here.
Recap of the actual trip itself before we get into the questions.
You want to recap at least?
So we left on Tuesday. Yep. We rolled out here pretty early Tuesday. Rode all day.
To rain, not rain, kind of gray for
mist. There's a lot of mist.
That was like low clouds mist. Yeah.
So if you live anywhere up north of Fredericksburg, Virginia, you know that whole section of the country is just freaking jam packed with traffic. So we fought that for the first half of the day, just trying to get past like Fredericksburg area. Rode into South Carolina.
Right?
South Carolina.
It was a long day. We rode to what was the name of the town? It began with like Waltersboro.
Waltersboro. Was it Waltersboro?
Yeah, Waltersboro,
yeah.
South Carolina.
It was just shy of 700, 680, 685.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, a good day.
I'm glad we found that gas station at the end, though.
Pushing it for gas. This guy, with all his little upgrades now, he gets like 7 miles to the gallon.
So it's like riding.
Might as well roll with a Sportster.
I was just gonna say it's like riding with a Sporty.
Not even close, but yeah, sure.
I got half a tank to go. I'm like, why are we stopping?
Yeah, you get the best out of all of us. So we crashed there, picked up in the morning, and finished the day off. Had some delays on the way, which we'll get into later. Got in on Wednesday later than we wanted to, like early mid-afternoon, right?
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly. What you do? Kelly, yeah, thank you so much. We got settled in the hotel, and then we were kind of just getting settled. We had friends meeting us, friends flying in, friends driving up from Tampa.
Yeah.
So we kind of hung out. We had dinner there at the hotel, right?
Dinner was good. Hotel, and the hotel was nice. And we talk about the hotel because I know everybody's always looking for places to stay. It was a Hampton Inn, right?
Hampton Inn,
and it was right on A1A, right on the beach.
Yeah. I thought it was a really nice hotel.
I thought it was a nice hotel.
And it was a fair price too, very fair.
So it must be because it's Biketoberfest, because I just checked the same hotel for Bike Week in the spring, and it's like at least twice as much, if not more than twice as much for the spring rally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 280.
It's
Okay.
probably because it's coming into beach summer season, spring season, maybe more.
It's either that or that's just their bigger rally and they know it. I don't know. So we got settled, had dinner, and then we hit the strip. We hit Main Street, right?
Yeah.
For that night, just to check it out. Now the rally hadn't technically started. It was Wednesday.
Froggies.
We hit Froggies. We had some drinks. Had a good time. Got some footage. Tried to go live, but
that wasn't happening.
But no, it was happening. But I got off because Mr. Monkey was also going live from the Cackleberry.
That's right.
Didn't want to compete, so we hopped off.
Thank you, Dallas.
Thanks, Dallas. So that was day one. That was Wednesday. That was the first day down there, right?
Yeah, first day.
Thursday. What did we do Thursday?
Thursday, I feel like we hit some vendors, right?
We went
to
the vendors.
The Daytona experience, is that what it's called?
So we went to the vendors, but then we had to be back at a certain time because we had dinner plans.
Yes.
And if you guys watched our video,
dinner was hot
Tuesday, which you should have. If you haven't, shame on you. But we had dinner plans with Pro Monkey at his campground.
Yes.
So that's where we were for the night. We hung out there and ate some lobsters that he was nice enough to cook up for us.
Yep, over at the Cackleberry, right?
Yep.
Cackleberry.
Drank some
Fireball.
Some Fireball, some beers.
A lot of Fireball, actually.
Richard, I think he's still in transit. I'm not sure. I sent him a message today, and I don't think he responded yet. He was asking if Full Throttle was home yet.
I think he's in. Yeah,
I think he's still on his way. Last I saw, he was meeting up with Setzer Pendant somewhere in New Mexico or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is a good. I was going to do this later, but I wanted to give a shout out to Richard. Richard reached out to us in an email. Told us he was had been watching us for a while now. He had an accident. He fell off a ladder, so he hasn't been able to ride his bike for over a year. He said,
"Wow,
he's on the mend." But he was nice enough to send us a little gift that I didn't even get the message yet. We just got yesterday. So thank you for that. That's really cool. I appreciate that. So shout out to you, man. I hope you're on the mend and back on your bike soon. But we appreciate you thinking of us and sending us that. He sent us these little desktop phone holders.
Oh wow!
And it has our logo on them, so it's pretty cool.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
So thank you for that, man. We appreciate that, and thanks for watching, and thanks for thinking of us. And like I said, I hope you're better soon and back on your bike. I know you said you got a new bike delivered a couple days after your accident, and hadn't even been able to ride it yet, so that sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
We need more Austin content. What do you want from Austin?
Want him to ask people about Jesus? I think he wants him to ask people about Jesus.
I think so. I think that's what he wants. He wants to get me punched.
Pro tip: don't grill on your tailgate.
I was just waiting to put that one up. So if Maurice is referring to our video with Pro Monkey we put up from the campground, which was I knew once I saw the grill, I had to have the camera rolling the entire time.
Yeah,
it was going to get good.
It definitely was.
So that was Thursday. You got home late after hanging out with Pro Monkey. Friday, what did we do Friday? Friday, we went to the racetrack, right?
We
went to the Speedway. Vendors there. We checked those out. Pro Monkey, what's up? We checked those out. Those weren't real inspiring, right? That was kind of
no, most definitely.
No.
Grabbed lunch at a brewery across the street. Remember the name of that brewery?
I do not know the name of that brewery, but it was good.
Maybe Carolyn can chime in if she remembers.
It's right by P.F. Chang's.
Yeah, it was. And
I heard something.
No, I don't think it was iron.
It seemed very familiar, the name.
Either way, had lunch there. We were actually waiting for you. You were doing something else. And then once we finished, we rolled out to the Iron Horse, right?
Yeah.
Went to the Iron Horse.
That was interesting.
That was a heck.
Yeah. UCM Pig says, I'm just glad George was there with the camera. Safety first. Safety third. Safety's always third.
Rock Bottom Brewery.
Hold, please. She's finding. Oh,
Rock Bottom Brewery. Yep.
Oh, Stacy is on. Hello, Stacy. Yeah. So we went there. We hung out there for a while. We went up on the upper deck. People watched. That was fun. We actually shout out and plug to UCM Pigs. If you're not watching his or haven't checked out his channel, do that. He came out and met us and talked to us for probably like an hour, I think.
We met Ratfink there.
We met Ratfink there.
there too.
And we met Daryl Tolson there.
Yeah. If you guys don't know him,
awesome channel.
he has a cool RV/motorcycle travel channel. And he was the what's the word I'm looking for their ride for the Bell's Blue Ride last year, the Grand Marshal, I think, for that last, not this year, I think maybe the year before, wasn't it? Anyway, so he's cool channel, he's cool dude. We talked to him for a couple minutes. He's cool dude. What did we do? What did we do Thursday for Friday night? Anybody remember?
Friday night,
What the heck did we do?
feel like we went to that place that Mandy the Machine.
Oh, we
Yes.
did. We went to the restaurant. So our plan was to go to dinner and then go down and check out the
Captain Caribbean
Caribbean Jacks.
Caribbean Jacks. Yeah.
Caribbean Jacks. So the plan was to go eat at Caribbean Jacks and then go down to Main Street and check out the craziness. We were at Caribbean Jacks so long. By the time we got home, we were all tired.
We had all the intention of going down, and we're sitting in the lobby like debating on calling an Uber. And I remember you just looking at me going,
I'm okay with just.
Let's just do it tomorrow.
Yeah. It's like, you okay with not going? And I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So we all went there,
Which was
or
much
we went to bed, and that was Friday. Saturday, we got up and did the loop that Mandy told us about.
Yep, which was nice.
Quick ride, but it was nice. Then we scooted back to the vendors at Destination Daytona.
Yep.
And then we had to be at what's it called? Beaver Bar.
Beaver Bar.
By 2. We
Okay.
actually wanted to get there early because we wanted to eat lunch, so we got there around 1-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Parking was a nightmare. We parked in some guy's driveway down the street for $5.
Yeah.
Everybody almost dropped their bikes in his gravel.
Yeah,
Pretty
gravel
much.
that gravel was like ice. It was like the smoothest, like round
Yeah.
pellets.
The one time I wear shorts riding, and then we get stuck in that, and I freaking touched my leg.
Did you get yourself?
It didn't leave me a mark though. It was so quick that it was. I got cat-like reflexes, so.
I'd like to see that.
I'd have been cat-like on the ground.
You guys were both too busy watching your own pitter-pattering feet, so you didn't see me.
That's true.
So we hung out there for a while. That meetup was cool. We'll talk more about that here shortly. And then we went.
We had. I feel like we
had dinner at the hotel.
dinner at the
after
hotel
that.
and left the next day.
And then we went down to Main Street.
And we went down to Main
Into the
Street.
chaos.
Oh, that was
shit. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
And for the people that I've met and ran into, like Ratfink, that said it was dead and not as busy as normal, then I'd hate to see normal because you
That
could
was
not
crazy.
move on Main Street. And I'm pretty sure Pro Monkey was down there that night.
Yep.
We didn't see him down there.
We didn't find him, but I know he was at Dirty Harry's or something like that, watching Jasmine Kane. Man, it was hard enough to get. We had 10 people with us.
Yeah.
10 of us trying to stay together on those sidewalks and walk up and down the
Lost
street.
me.
We lost him. We were losing people left and right.
Yeah.
It was total chaos.
It was chaos.
But it was packed. It was really bad. But it was cool. We watched the bikes. We got to, took some footage.
Yeah.
Tried to go live, but there must have been so many people down there that I couldn't.
There was no cell service.
I couldn't load.
Zero cell service.
But we couldn't text each other. Never mind go live.
Yeah.
Like our texts weren't going through to one another. There was so
Yeah.
many people down there.
Yeah, we actually got to meet one of the.
We ran into Emery
HVAC.
HVAC at the very beginning, and
At
we
the
wanted
very
to walk
beginning.
all the way down the street. And I told him, we'll come back down and have a beer with you. And that never happened because the thought of trying to go back down that road.
After going down was just
There was no way we're going back.
We didn't even get to the other side of the street where
Yeah.
Pro Monkey was.
Mm-hmm.
It's jam packed. So again, for those that say the spring rally's bigger or that rally's usually bigger,
I couldn't imagine
that's
Main Street
scary.
any busier.
I don't know how it could be busier.
Yeah.
At least the sidewalks. I mean, the sidewalks were insane.
What's up, Dana? New Hampshire.
So that was it. We left the next day.
Yeah.
So that was the trip in a nutshell.
Great trip, by the way. It was
and
a great trip.
We'll get into some more of the details here. Whoa, what did you do?
What did I do?
That was me.
That was you.
What did you do?
Ratfink says Bike Week was insane. So who do we got in the side chat tonight?
We had a bunch of people. Mrs. Monkey just showed up. She said it was great meeting the rest of us here.
It was.
We have 99 RU grad Justin. He was with us at Bike Week. Him and his wife Tina flew in.
Mm-hmm.
UCM Pigs. Obviously, he's going to be in an upcoming video of ours. We hung out with him quite a bit at the.
He was in and out as well. He was there for
Yeah.
just a short stint.
Yeah, for like
Day
a day and a half
right?
or something like that. Bill the Harley guy. Hook Dog, who he agrees lobster tastes better on the ground, but you know, and you know, the barbecue chef himself, the professional monkey.
Yeah, he's in here.
Hanging out here. We got Maurice. Dallas Face Mullet. Dallas said that he saw a couple of people. He wore his Baggers and Brews shirt at a dealer out by him, and people said they watched the channel.
Oh, that's
cool.
awesome.
So
When
yeah,
did
that's pretty
that
cool.
on here?
Yeah, he said that right on here.
Oh, that's cool.
Rad Fink, obviously, he's here. He was one of the first dudes I met. We pulled into the Iron Horse,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to figure out where to park, and he's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, he was right
Yeah,
there.
listen.
Yep.
Do not distract this man trying to park in tight spaces, please. I could just see you dropping that, and then a whole line of bikes. And then I wasn't protecting you at that point when 30 bikers came down to whoop your ass. Sorry,
buddy Marshall here. Glad you guys made it to Florida. Is my buddy Marshall. His son just completed his Marine basic training.
Ooh,
So that is very cool.
Crucible, that's crazy.
Very, very cool. Mrs.
Private
Monkey
biker
said,
hasn't been to a rally.
don't drop it in front of Robert Simmons.
He can't be as bad as me. I don't think he would ridicule you.
He would probably give me a lot of positive reinforcement.
A lot of positive.
Tell me
I
reinforcement.
did that.
That's not what you do. This
Yo,
is how you got to do it.
If you call what are you doing right now positive reinforcement, like I need control over what's going on. So Harley Davidson of Columbia, Tennessee. I can't believe Brian the Biker has never been to a rally.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What?
Yeah, we got to talk, dude.
You're in Jersey. You never went to
Never went to Road to the Shore? Never been to Americade?
Never went to OC?
Thunder in the Valley? I mean, there's so many
All right,
close ones.
We're gonna have to take this guy and take him to a rally, just
to
like
a rally. Just like we did the Bronco ride. He was another guy. Never been to a rally.
Yeah, Pro Monkey says never ride in front of an instructor. They get off the bike with notes for you. I don't know how well I'd handle that.
All right. So
Prayers for the Santa.
where are we at? We got questions. First question. Boof. What did you like most about Biketoberfest?
Just watching the delay.
Yeah.
Austin?
Me? What did I like most?
I wrote these questions and I didn't even think of my answers.
I mean, there was tons of things that I really liked, but the way that the Destination Daytona was set up.
Oh, so you and Pro Monkey have to argue it out then?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he just got done saying on his video that he didn't like that the way it was set up.
Well, I mean, I thought that was actually better than anything I've been to.
I mean, I thought it was easy to.
It was
to
easy
find
to
stuff.
find stuff.
It was easy to find stuff.
Well spread out. There was plenty of beverages to be had. There was plenty of food to be had. There was plenty of different vendors. All the big name vendors were there.
They had the pavilion.
They had the pavilion. I mean, the JP Cycles is there right next to the Harley dealer. I mean, I liked all of that.
JP Cycles was a lifesaver that first day.
Yes.
When it felt like it was like 102.
102.
And I was sweating my junk off, and we dipped in there for like 20 minutes and sat in the air conditioning. That was nice.
But
Pro Monkey says Austin is wrong.
Yeah, I figured to say that. But in my experiences with the different rallies I've been to and stuff like that, you know, it's like Sturgis. Sturgis is all spread out everywhere. It's just Main Street. It's got everything like that. I like more of the rallies that have the tents and the people that ride in. All the vendors that ride in instead of having like shops and everything everywhere. So it's more my style of rally.
I am confused by what I couldn't totally hear it because they were all yapping when I was trying to watch your video earlier, Pro Monkey. But my hair, is this my phone?
Maybe.
You said you didn't like the layout of the vendors at Destination Daytona. They were all in like a row or lined up in rows. But then you said you liked Black Hills Harley. How was that any different? They're all in a grid in rows. Like I felt like it was kind of the same. So I was a little confused by that. You don't have to clarify. You don't have to justify your answer to me. I was just curious. He forgives you for being wrong, though. Because he's a good dude. I'm gonna choke to death. What'd you like best? Because I can't breathe. Where's my inhaler?
What I like best?
I know what I like best. I think.
There were definitely two things that I liked about, the rally itself, but I like the bars. I felt like the bars are like a classic biker bar that, I know they're out at Sturgis, but we didn't seem to really hit any of them at Sturgis. Like we didn't get the chance to go to the Spelling House.
Sturgis has too much to do.
Yeah,
and you have to be there as many times as Pro Monkey to have enjoyed it like that, because
do it all.
We're always trying to fit so much in that you don't get to do the little cool things.
Yeah,
that most people don't.
So I thought the Iron Horse was really cool. That setup was
that was crazy.
That setup was neat. I thought the Beaver Bar was neat. I mean, aside from the parking Nazi that they had parked out there, it was like, nah, parking for you.
Like that
I think everybody had experiences with it. I think Pro Monkey has a story about her too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
look at that.
There you go.
Oh, that's
dark,
just like you meant.
Like Austin's men.
No, beat you to it. I beat him to
it. Steal my lines. So I was gonna say my favorite. I like the Iron Horse.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the people watch in general. Carolyn and I like to just sit and watch people. So we went up on that top deck area, just leaned over and watched all the people coming in and just made fun of some people and pointed out bikes and just. And then we saw UCM pigs there, so we hung out and talked to them. But I think that bar is like really cool, setup.
Yeah.
For just a real, I mean, it's got a real biker feel to it. I think so. That was cool. That was my favorite part.
It was the most organized as far as parking. They were guiding you where to park. You didn't have to find parking yourself.
They were.
They had.
How'd that work for you?
That was a plus and a minus because
I put you in some sand.
Well, he didn't know who he was parking.
He didn't know who he was parking. We were together, and like they were, So if you've never been to the Iron Horse, they basically have like 3 or 4 guys down the row, and one guy will single to the next guy how many bikes they have.
Yeah.
So and then that guy finds the spots. So they have a system there, which is good because if they didn't, that place would be a nightmare. All right, but what happened is, I was the last in line. It was you, Austin, and Joel, and they parked the 3 of you, and he pointed me and he put me in this corner in the sand.
You were underneath where all the pillars were.
And then there was a pillar right next to him.
Hey, you were in the shade, man.
I was in the shade, but I was like,
about that.
I was wedged. That pavement lip was pretty good, and you were in soft sand. So, but it was.
Are they open?
That's a good question.
I don't know because I'm not from Florida, but I would think with the weather they have that they would be open most of the year. Somebody from Florida would have to chime in on that.
Yeah.
I know Maurice has some relatives down there. He's down there all the time, so he's probably one good one.
Maybe Maurice can chime in.
So I'll tell you how you guys didn't meet, Pro Monkey, because he was trying to meet up with us the day that we had to head out to your campground.
Yeah.
So it just didn't happen. I actually told him we were going there. I think nobody puts George in the. Yeah, some people do. So that's what I liked. I like that place. But I mean, there's a lot of things.
There's
I like.
a lot of things.
So
I just like that it's near the ocean, and
I mean, and listen.
I mean, it was hot.
As crazy as Main Street was, I liked Main Street too because I like that. I love seeing the bikes come by. I mean, you were down there for us, like recording footage, so it was just so much stuff to record, and
I
got some great pictures. Yeah, I wish we really could have gone live. I did enjoy Main Street even the Thursday.
That was nice because it wasn't as crowded on the sidewalks, but bikes were still riding up and down.
But the vibe was different because they were parking a lot more bikes on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk, yeah, there was bikes all over. Yeah,
there were some bikes parked on the sidewalk, but it was not like Thursday.
Just the bar in front is open year round, and all that stuff down behind isn't. Is that what you're saying? The stage and all that stuff.
Okay.
I like the loop as far. I mean, obviously we didn't do any riding except to and from what we were trying to go to, because like everybody from Florida has told you, there's not a lot of great riding. But the loop was cool. I mean, obviously it was short. It was
Yeah,
super short, but it was cool though. It was a neat little ride.
It was a neat ride. You know, we don't get like the way Jersey is. We obviously have a lot of coastline. You know, the entire like 2/3 of the state is coastline. But the way our coastline is set up, you're very, very rarely
because all that you're always behind houses because they got all the homes on the water.
Yeah.
So you're riding on a road with all these houses blocking your view. So that stretch was really cool because you were literally the road was road then beach, and that was neat.
Anytime I can see water, I'm happy. So that was a really good ride.
Yeah, you know, I hate going to the beach, but I love being near the beach and being at like a beach bar or
being on the
restaurant,
being on the boardwalk having dinner.
I don't really want to go sit in the beach and you know,
not everywhere
get harpooned, but yeah.
Heck yeah. Ride the Biker says New Jersey is all traffic. Well, it's not all traffic, buddy.
Yeah.
You gotta get down into the Pines.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're Burlington County North, it seems is like is this traffic. And we got Barbara CVO all the way
what's
from
up?
Georgia.
The new Georgian.
So if you're in Savannah and you need a motorcycle, you can go see Barbara at Savannah Harley Davidson.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So
just don't buy a bike from him. He's shady.
Poor Barber can't even defend himself.
Sure he can. He's type fast.
I would just delete it.
The best is going to the NASCAR Great American Race in February.
What?
Bry says he likes one more. That's his biker spot in the Pines.
Really? That's your choice, huh?
One more bar and grill, huh, buddy? All right.
Okay, then. I think George can walk there from his house.
Pretty much.
But I mean, we've stopped there, we've gone there, we've eaten there, we've gone out a few times, but it wouldn't be my first pick.
The Jersey Devil wrap is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
You know,
just be careful if you go there. Make sure you ask them what their prices are because they like to have different prices than the menu says, and then they justify it by the increased cost and all this BS. Well, put that on the menu then, all right, buddy.
So now we're talking, local South Jersey.
Yeah, we have like a $17 quesadilla.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. So the pick is overrated, he says. Well, the same people who own one more own the pick.
They own.
I'm a fan of the loaded tails.
I just feel like it's got space to stop. They're biker friendly, which I like.
Yeah,
which most of the places in the Pines are, but they did a really good job building that outdoor restaurant area, but they just don't use it properly. But anyway, like you said, we're into local stuff, and all these people are like, whatever.
But I think during the day, if you want to go to a Pinelands bar. During the day, you got to go to what's that place that was on the Poker Run with us way down? Oh, come on, man!
It's your story, bro.
Past Sweetwater, it's like in the middle of nowhere.
What?
That one on the left? That's a little shack.
Yeah, a little shack.
Yeah.
That's the. Is that the Green Bank?
Yeah, the Green
Bank.
Man. Lower Bank Tavern.
Yeah, by the way, do you guys know Steve? He's
co-owner of the SPP's bar. No, we don't know anybody from Florida.
We don't know anybody. Wow, he passed away in a motorcycle wreck. That's horrible.
That sucks.
Yes, the guy from who owns Suck Bang Blow.
Okay.
In Myrtle Beach. Yes. Yeah. He.
So we haven't even been to Myrtle Beach yet.
Yeah, we haven't been to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, but he was killed this past week in a motorcycle accident.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Never good to hear. Never good to hear.
Yep.
So what else you got?
All right, moving on with the questions here. That was the thing we most liked.
I would like to know, Pro Monkey, what did you like most? And if you said it in your video, I'm sorry, but tell us in the side chat what was your favorite part of Daytona.
What was your least favorite part of Daytona? I know what mine is. Mine's easy.
Traffic.
I'm
fat, so my least favorite was the heat.
Traffic.
Well, the heat was, but I'll tell you.
Even though I would move there,
yeah,
but I would have to lose like 100 pounds.
It was hot, but listen.
What's my least favorite?
My least favorite part was the vendors at the racetrack.
Okay, yeah, that was beat.
Because even though like that's where the custom bikes builders were, and you got to see the
that's some nice bikes.
Fury,
the 404 boys, is that what they are?
Fury,
yeah,
Fury Customs,
and they were cool there. Monkey says his favorite part was partying at the Cackleberry. So that was a good time. That was a good time.
Did you leave the Cackleberry?
He did. He went to Main Street.
Are you sure?
And he went to the Daytona.
Pixar didn't happen.
He went to. He was at Custom Dynamics, man. Come on, he lived there. I tell you. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Daytona. It was cool to see Daytona Speedway because I'd never seen Daytona Speedway. But the vendors outside of the custom bikes, there wasn't a vendor there that wasn't at the Daytona experience.
Nah, it was.
Yeah, it was like
it was minimal.
It was just double.
Minimal.
It was just double.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's funny because who was it? Might have been Sonny.
Who said the vendors there were good?
There'd be a ton there.
Because in the spring, I guess maybe there are.
And we got there and we were like, the only cool thing about that place was the covered parking.
Well, we got covered parking.
We got underneath the awning.
We got there early.
We got there lucky. We got there early.
We got there early. We parked under there. It was nice, shady. So that was cool. But yeah, that was kind of a letdown. I
So
went to Corbin. I went to Destination Daytona twice. Went to Beaver Bar and went downtown. I had to work Wednesday and Thursday. Okay.
see that? So he did some
Fine.
stuff. He did some stuff. That's the whole list of it.
At the Speedway during 2020 by October because of COVID. Well, everything got killed during 2020.
Yeah.
So that's understandable. But and most of them probably couldn't come back after that. They didn't want to have to deal with the same crap that they got put through that in 2020.
I know there were some vendors that,
Yeah.
I mean, that we've talked to that weren't going to even come to the rally. They're waiting. They're holding off till spring just because of
Well, some of it was supply
issues. Yeah.
I mean, that's
they didn't want to come all the way down there with not enough stuff to sell people, so they're trying to get their stock up and come back for the spring rally, which makes sense. It's a good business decision.
yeah.
I do a lot of stuff solo. I'm weird. I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel.
Is that a movie quote?
Yes.
Yes.
And he might know it because he's a movie dude, so he might know that.
So a little
Yeah, we did. That's probably what I like the least. We missed Cabbage Wrestling.
yeah.
Got to go back just.
Yeah,
for
we
that.
didn't go across the street, did we?
There's a lot of stuff we didn't do. I mean,
We just have to go back.
it's one of those things. We did all the main basic things. We hit the vendors. We hit the Iron Horse. We hit Main Street. But there's all those little things that you don't really know about unless you start going there more, or you hear about after the fact. I've learned about a lot of things that were going on that I didn't find out until people's videos after the fact. And I'm like, man, I didn't even know that was going on.
Yeah.
There was some tattoo place somewhere outside of town that was hosting like a little party. It had vendors and stuff. So, I mean, there was a lot of stuff we didn't do. So I definitely need another trip back there.
Real quick, Barbara's got a question here.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara, he's texting like my mom right now. Everything's in caps. He's yelling at us.
I do that too.
What's the next rally on the East Coast? East Coast rally season
It's over.
I think is over.
It's done for.
I don't think there's another one on there. Well, if you count East Coast, there's still more going on in Florida.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Leesburg.
Leesburg is going on right now.
The Northeast is done, I think. I don't think there's anything else. Americade already went.
So
after Ocean City,
Americade is going. I think Americade is going back to the spring.
Either way, it's done for this year.
It's done for this year. So I mean, everything's done for this year.
So everything now is like
Leesburg is going
Florida,
on right now, I think.
Texas and West Coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out in the desert and stuff. Everything up here is.
Leesburg's in November.
Yeah,
Plus,
that's not East Coast.
It's really cool.
It's in Florida. That's East Coast. I mean,
I consider it East Coast, but I think of everything like Northeast because just
Northeast is we're
Daytona Bike Week.
We're done. We're done for a while with rallies.
Yeah, so that rally was kind of a wrap for us for the rally season. I mean, we're not done riding. We'll still get opportunities to ride.
I want to ride every month this winter.
But I'm down with that. I think I did everything, but I feel like I got out once in February last year. I think I did it last year.
I think you did because I don't think it was far. I think it was just like a loop.
I probably did our little primaries loop real quick. But yeah, the rally season's done for us. You're gonna do Leesburg this year. That's good.
Okay.
Some people like that. So is that more of the old school like biker style rally? Leesburg.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen videos. My goal is to be like Bob and Tam and just chase all these rallies, but I'm not that old and retired yet. So
that old, ouch, ouch.
Tampa Bike Show in January. I'd like to go to Tampa. I like that area. I have friends that live outside Tampa, and I actually kind of like that area. I could see myself in that area
over there. I
Yeah.
like that area too. I have somebody else that doesn't like that area.
Redwood Run in the spring. That would be freaking amazing.
Leesburg is 1,000% better than Daytona.
So they must have like a topless day.
They must.
What makes it better? I'm curious. What makes it better? Because you've already been to Leesburg, I assume, saying that.
Yeah.
Where is Leesburg on the map?
That's in Florida.
Golly, that was a dumb answer. I know it's in Florida. Florida's a big state. I don't know where geographically in Florida Leesburg is. So somebody tell me. Don't cut yourself short. You're getting there. Oh, that's messed up. Ton of fun, and there are some nice rides around the lake. The partying in the campground at Windy Acres is like Sturgis and stuff. See, I'm telling you, dude, I'm totally different. We're a lot alike on a lot of things, but when it comes to the campgrounds, I am not with you. I'm not with you. Yo, the Chip was the dustiest place on earth. Okay. I had dust in my teeth for a week after leaving there. The Cackleberry was a swamp.
Yeah, it sure was.
Like, yo, hotel, bing, second floor, pop off the elevator. I love it, dude. You can keep them campgrounds through.
Stacy got bit by fire ants at the Cackleberry.
They got bit by fire. I think Carolyn did too. They had all these bites on their feet.
That's right. Carolyn was
Yeah.
playing about on the way home. Yeah.
Cool to go. Like I would go to the Cackleberry to like do the party or hang out with someone like. But I just could never see myself staying at one of those rowdy ones, man.
Man.
I'm sorry. I guess I am getting old because I couldn't imagine. Yo, the Chip, man. I didn't sleep the whole time I was there.
You like your continental breakfast, huh? You like those waffles?
I like sleep. I don't need a lot of sleep. I just want the sleep that I'm getting. I'm not fragile. I'm definitely not fragile. I'm not fragile. Listen, I had my slides on, dude. My toes are muddy and wet. You didn't tell me it was muddy. I wore my boots.
Stacy says foot's delicious.
She's probably got some sort of fungus from those things. Yeah, I love hotels, man. I like a nice, comfortable bed.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Monkey says the best part of Leesburg is the beer thong pole.
Tell us more. That sounds interesting.
But
That sounds interesting. What are we doing next month? Still tent camp. That's just. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. My body wouldn't let me do that. My back would
man.
just.
I'm even against that. I've done it often.
My spina bifida would act up.
99 RU grad says it wasn't muddy till the fire.
Oh, the hose did that?
That hose came up short.
Yeah. That hose was a lot like Pro Monkey Sex Life.
Oh, man. Come on.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kid.
So here we go. How did Biketoberfest compare to other rallies you have been to?
it's completely.
So, I think with rallies, the whole thing is expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I had zero expectations of riding. I'm not. Why do you keep saying triggered? I'm not triggered. Nothing triggers me. It's expectations. Like I knew there was going to be no riding. I wasn't going there for the riding.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was going to be a bar, drinking, hanging out, people watching kind of rally.
Right.
Which is fine.
Right.
As long as you're not expecting to do any good riding. The smoked lobster was great. Again, like if I want a riding rally, if I want to spend all day riding at the rally that I'm going to, Sturgis obviously is number one.
Followed by Laconia.
Laconia, if you haven't been there,
That's a
great
ride.
riding up there in New Hampshire and Maine, which
Yes.
is all right around that rally. We did some great, we haven't
Amazing.
been as a channel yet, but Austin and I went before we ever had this channel, and there was just some fantastic riding
Amazing
up there.
riding.
I'm sure Americade is the same. That's up there at Lake
Yep.
George, up in the mountains and stuff, in the lake. So more beautiful. But you just gotta have the expectation. There's no riding there. You're going there to party,
Right.
Yep.
So it's not really a comparison. I don't think you can compare them because it's totally different things that you're going there for. So as long as you have the right expectation, I mean, obviously we know Pro Monkey hates it, which is fine. I mean, I liked it.
Yeah. I liked the vendors. I thought the vendors were better than the Ocean City vendors as a whole. I felt like, there are still big companies at Ocean City, but like, I just felt like there were a lot. The vendor displays were more of the vendors than just dealers. Like Clockworks had a dealer at Ocean City. Clockworks was at Ocean City. The Fairing Exchange had a rig there. There were a number of companies that had, I think, large rigs there that I don't feel like Ocean City necessarily has.
Right.
I mean, the riding is what the riding is. I mean, we did the loop and you kind of idle around in traffic for the rest
Everything
of the time.
else felt like the same route, nonstop.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it really was. I mean,
so I think once you figure out how to get around, and there were some tricks that people had to getting around to avoid some of the main thoroughfares. It was much better to drive around.
Dana says, "Come to New Hampshire. We can do some awesome riding." Listen, I'd love to get that on the schedule.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
do that one. I feel like as a channel we need to do that, but we have no clue what's going on for next year yet.
No, we haven't even gotten there. I mean, we just got back from Daytona. It feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with Justin 99 Regret on that.
Least favorite sport bikes.
Sport bikes banging off the rev limiter in traffic, dude.
Yeah.
It's not even a good sound for one, and it's like a dog whistle. It will blow your eardrums.
Yeah.
It has such a high pitch to it. Oh, that was miserable, man. Everybody was like, eh. That hurt.
See you, Bill. Thanks for hanging out with us for a while.
Definitely better rallies. Definitely. I agree with you. I mean, hands down.
Yeah.
I'll take Sturgis any day.
Later, Bill.
Over it, but I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed that I went, and I don't regret going. It's funny. Ozarks looks good. Yeah, see, Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, man. They got issues, man. They got issues that they can't find a town that wants them.
I don't know that thing's going next
year. They keep canceling it,
so
like the dealership there has to like kind of take the reins and host it, and the last 2 years it's been a dud. I mean, people have gone, and they've made the best of it. The riding, I'm sure the riding, that part of Arkansas is amazing for riding, but that they don't seem to want that rally, at least in the area they've been doing it. They need to find a town that wants that.
Professional Monkey called them the angry weed eaters. I got to tell you, I mean, I've heard sport bikes that sounded good. There are sport bikes that do sound good.
I've never heard one in my life.
I don't know what the heck was going on down there, and that guy is just like, I'm all for revving engines like going down Main Street.
What's an angry weed eater?
The really high pitch.
The rice rocket.
Rice rockets.
Is that what he's calling?
That's what he's calling them.
That's what he calls them.
So, but just holding the bike against the rev limiter while you're sitting in traffic, like, I don't know.
Well, I'm sure they say the same stuff about us when we.
Yeah, they can't.
When have you seen a V-twin Harley sit there and hold the bike against the rev limiter?
We don't bounce it off the rev limiter. We do the pop.
Dude, what is everybody's? Listen, we got some hate on TikTok, man. What are you people, all you 71 people in this side chat? Do you like? Are you disgusted with people that just like rev bob for fun? And I'm talking about in a situation like on Main Street when you're there to show your bike off, look at me, get attention. It's everyone's having fun, and you rev bob. Is that like piss you off? Because the people of TikTok were not okay with it.
No, they were not.
I had a napkin over here, and I'm like, first of all, I mean, I like the sound of most Harleys and their pipes, right? Most of them sound good. It's fun. Rev it up a little bit. Look at me, whatever. Scoot on down the road. People were pissed. The stuff that they were saying. You remember stuff they were saying? Oh, that's why you don't get a Harley because they can't idle properly. I'm like, what are you talking about? It has nothing to do with the bike. The bike idles just fine. I was standing right next to him was idling. The guy was doing it for fun. Why is that? Man, I'll tell you what, man. The motorcycle community is some judgmental mofos, dude. Who's tool bags? Is that Stacy? Stacy going on tool bags? Well, that's what I would expect from a passenger.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Harley, Ducati, Yamaha, Twinix. Yeah.
I'm telling you. So I'm just waiting for this guy to see the TikTok. And if you're not following us on TikTok, go the guy who's in our TikTok. Who I don't know.
I wish he would see it. He probably wasn't allowed to watch TikTok. I don't know. I don't know, man. But there was some freaking hate, dude. Everybody was just. I'm like, have you ever been to like?
Monkey calls them squids.
A Main Street situation like that, like Sturgis. People go up and down Sturgis too, like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The whole point is, hey, look at me, look at my bike, check me out. You know.
I mean, I don't do that when I go down Main Street because I've got a stock exhaust. So I'm.
Well,
I mean, there's that.
There's that. But I mean, I think the sound of a nice sound of a Harley. I don't have a problem with somebody red bombing. I mean,
Corey, it was the TikTok with the guy with the short exhaust. And
what was that, like a night train or something? I heard. I don't know what it was.
I think it was a night train. It was some kind of soft tail.
Yeah, it was a soft tail.
I said that the two of them were actually side by side.
They were side by side.
Yeah.
And I think the main reason they were doing that is because of what was going on across the street from that.
What's up, Stevie
Which was a
Fo?
loudspeaker with.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, and I think that's why they were doing that.
Scary, quick,
imminent
death.
Yeah. What is
squids? That's why they call them squids.
Oh. Really?
So, all right. Topic. We're moving along here. We have questions.
That bothered me, man. Like those people have no idea how to fun. I like revving my bike. It sounds good. I like the sound of it.
You are our Facebook expert, so you should be used to this by now.
Yeah. People hate me on Facebook. I can't say nothing on there without getting attacked. So they don't make biker shorts. What?
No.
Who doesn't?
I'm sure people make biker shorts.
No. The hell biker shorts?
I wear biker shorts under my shorts at the gym.
There you go.
Is that what we're talking about? You want to see some spandex there by the biker? I'm positive I heard Mr. Monkey mumble in the background on Daytona that he wants to change your name to. Well,
whoa.
We have some names that we could change his to as well.
Oh, yes, we do.
So. Dresser, and actually he said dressers and drags. I believe he said.
Dressers and drags.
But that was
threatening me with a good
But I don't really appreciate your gay jokes. That's unacceptable in this day and age.
Bryce said it was a squid joke.
Oh.
So the YouTuber meetup. We had a YouTube meetup. We had a bunch of channels there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was us, Wind Road Therapy, the Badgers.
You're gonna leave somebody out now.
Professional Monkey. I know I shouldn't have went down this road. UCM Pigs. Barber was there. Robert Simmons was there
for like 7 seconds.
Yeah. On his way, he stopped.
Who else? There were probably people there that might have channels that I didn't know.
There were some Instagrammers there.
There were some Instagrammers there.
Geezer, really?
Oh yeah.
Harley Geezer was
there. Good dude.
Yeah. That's good. Dude.
Nice guy. Maurice was there.
Mandy the Machine was there. Bob and Tam was there.
Maurice,
see,
Bob and Tam.
Yep. See here they
was Paul Simonelli there. Is that how you know? But where were you going with that?
Well, this is
Maurice was there.
Okay, so
definitely.
Yeah. Maurice was there.
So how was that experience? How was that for you?
Oh, that was excellent. Seeing all them people and getting to meet them face to face, that was great. You know, I had a great time with talking. There was a couple subscribers, Luis and his wife, Saints. What was the Saints child?
Yep.
We got all the
Saint Child. That
things on his face.
Him,
it was a great time.
Mrs. Satan Child.
Satan's child.
They were a cool couple. They were super friendly. Super friendly.
Got to meet. I can't remember his last name, but there was a gentleman, a subscriber
Ten Wingman
named Joe. That came to me for a bit. Maurice talked to him for a bit.
10
That was a great
Wingman.
time.
Who was that?
I don't remember me. I don't think
Who
I
was
met
10
him.
Wingman?
I don't think I met him.
know if I met him.
Yeah.
Well, there must have been 50 or 60 people there, like at its peak, and it seemed like
Yeah, that was a lot.
people kind of like float in and float out, but it was
Listen, it went way better than I expected it to.
Yeah.
it was a good time.
It really worked.
It was hot.
out.
We were all
It was hot.
kind of crammed around
Crammed
one
behind
tree.
one tree, trying to be in the one little spot of shade that we had. But it really did go well, and thanks to Mama Badger, Angie Badger, for helping set that up, and for the Pro Monkey for I guess talking to the owner
of the Beaver Bar.
Yeah. Although I don't really think we needed the assistance. Yeah. We just grabbed the spot and all hung out there. But But I thought it went very well. I thought it served its purpose. There were
Ratfink was there. Yep.
There were people that came that wanted to meet certain people. Like I'm sure there were people, subscribers, viewers that came that I didn't meet.
Yeah.
They had no interest in us, whatever. But that was the whole point. Like we're all in one location, and the subscribers could come meet who they wanted to meet. The YouTubers could all meet each other. I thought it was perfect.
Yeah, and also there was a big announcement made at that meetup also.
Do you know what it was?
It was Biker Down starting a new chapter in Florida. So
yeah,
that was really cool.
It was sort of a cluster, but I think they were overrun.
Well, the
place was overrun for sure.
Yeah. They were like, there was a lady who was like, went to the store like 10 times for groceries just while we were sitting there.
Which kind of boggles my mind a little bit. Like, it's rally week or whatever, 4 days, whatever it is. Like, how are you
running out of lettuce?
Were they? Do they usually not get that busy? Like, why was it?
Yeah.
Why did you not have enough stuff? I don't know. That's weird.
They ran out
because we got there and ate just in time. Because next thing you know, they're like, we're out of chicken, we're out of this, we're out of that. We're like, they pretty much had hot dogs left, and it was like, wow. Yeah. I don't know how you run out of all that stuff when it's bike week and you're gonna have tons of people.
Yeah.
Unless they just couldn't get the stuff
or maybe they can't store it. I don't know.
Maybe it's still all sitting off the Pacific coast over there and want to.
Could be.
Boats.
But it was a cool spot, right on one of the main drags, kind of across from the Iron Horse. So lots of bikes going by.
Other stuff close by too, wasn't there? There's another bar.
There was a couple of bars right there.
I thought it worked out very well. I thought it served its purpose, and it was a good time. Got to talk to a lot of people. Got to meet some people. That we like Maurice. That's always on here, always watching our stuff and hanging out, and get to put a face to him and meet him in person. It was cool. Droop, what's up? Did you just show up?
Nah, Droop's been here for like 20 minutes.
Has he? Did he comment before?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I'll go after myself.
And that UCM Pigs too. I mean, it was a pleasure talking to him too.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a good dude. Sean's a good dude.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. It's funny,
Much respect.
Because we all get a first impression from videos,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know the 6 minutes of somebody.
You get an impression, and you're like, I don't know if I like this guy, or this guy's really cool, and then you meet him, and then you really get to see if you like him. And UCM Pigs is a cool dude.
Yep.
And check his channel out because he does some good moto vlogs, good topics.
Yeah.
Good
I
discussion.
think he just ended up getting some new gear too, or something like that.
Yeah, I think somebody sent him some stuff. Or did he buy that, or did somebody send it?
I don't know, but he got some new gear, so expect good things from him.
Yeah, that was cool. It was just meeting all the people, talking to people. It's okay, I'm used to. Now who's triggered?
You guys are all right.
Sensitive.
Just all right.
Sensitive. Big bearded Southerners aren't supposed to be sensitive, dude. Yeah. So as far as that goes,
yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah, no, I mean,
any other thoughts?
It was a great time, and when you plan something like that, I think you went to Angie or Sonny with the idea, and because usually everybody's like scattered around having their own meetups or here or there, and I think to do it that way, I would definitely at another rally push to do that like that again.
Yeah.
I mean,
I originally had that conversation with Desiree, Wind Road Therapy, down in Ocean City.
Okay.
Then I thought that would be a good idea. And she said, yeah. She said, reach out to Angie, because she's really good at organizing and doing stuff like that. So you don't have feelings. So I did. And she's like, yeah, she's like, she asked me to look into something. And I did that. And and they were originally talking about. I think she originally wanted to do it at
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse.
Yeah.
But
Listen, it would have been cool at Iron Horse,
That
but
would have been cool up top, but it would have been crowded.
but again, like it was, we had a nice little area there. We're on the side of the bar,
But yeah,
It's
so
kinda cool.
I mean, it worked out. Next
topic.
Next.
So segue. I put these, this in order here. What was your favorite bar? I mean,
we kind of hit on this. I like
So,
Iron Horse.
Iron Horse. Yeah.
Although I would have liked to got into Froggy's on a busier night when that whole back, like that place was a pretty big place. If
Yeah.
you went into the back,
I know. I went back there.
that was a pretty big joint. So I know the Pioneer Princess was enjoying herself there.
Yeah, we walked by it, and that
Well,
place
so-
was packed when we walked by it.
So was 99 RU grad. It
I
was,
think they
yeah.
had a band.
They had a
Something.
band.
Yep.
They had all the beer garden in the back all open. So I was like, ooh. I for sure thought we were going to stop in there, but I think at that point we said, let's get out of here.
Well, not everyone was having fun, so I think we
Yeah.
just wanted to get people home at that point. Thanks, Dallas.
Yeah.
As cool as the guy.
what was that?
Drew being Drew.
That's funny. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's a simple
So
one.
it's that one for me.
Yeah.
I like that set. I like that upper
That upper deck.
boardwalk area they got up there. Where
Yeah,
you
I
can-
think we're starting to move, man.
there was a lot of people on
There
there.
were a lot of people on that thing.
Yeah. So I haven't heard the end of this, just for the record.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
She always finds something to hang on to, doesn't she?
Well, she was having a good time and we made her leave.
I tell you.
I mean, regardless of the fact that she was in there, having a good time with strangers.
So Kip Fletcher has a question here. So let's get everybody on this one because
We have given
there-
a
there's a lot of people here. He says he's been a biker for 20 years. He's 10 hours away from Daytona. Is the spring rally worth the trip?
10 hours?
10
10
hours?
hours.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would think so.
100%.
I mean,
start booking now if you're planning on going, because apparently the prices are going
that's
up.
that's an easy ride.
We did 12 hours on the first day going down, right? 12,
Yeah.
13?
I don't know.
Well, it was. I don't even know.
Almost 700 miles. I don't know.
It was more than 12, I think.
I think it was more than 12
Just
hours.
because of the traffic in the Northeast.
Yeah, the first 200 miles, people don't understand. Like heading south, the first 200 miles getting out
That's
of
why I
the
want to
Northeast.
move.
It's just brutal,
Like, I
man.
can't go anywhere
Just
south
brutal.
without just dealing with hours of traffic just to get to where I can have a good, enjoyable ride.
Yeah.
Who's being dramatic? Listen, you too.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's just people like if they're from the South or from out in the Midwest, you don't understand what it takes just to get out of our area.
To get out of the Northeast.
DC, Baltimore, Delaware, they all suck and are so highly congested. It's just what should take you an hour takes 3 every time.
You have to leave like at the crack of dawn in order to miss all that, and you're still
gotta
going to
leave-
hit something.
You got to leave at like 2 a.m. I mean, that's the.
Mhm.
That,
So that's scary. I mean, I want to go just to see it. If you guys are all swearing that the spring rally is so much bigger, like, I want to see that. I mean, I like a little chaos. I think you need a little chaos. I'd like to see that because I thought that Main Street was out of control.
I don't think Main Street could be any more crowded than it was.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know where you could fit them more people.
Yeah.
There was not a spot left.
Yeah, I don't know either. I found the people sitting in chairs
Annoying.
I didn't find them annoying as much as I looked across the way as we're sitting there, and there's like a husband and a wife in a chair, and then there's a little chair with a little child in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, at that point, it was 10, maybe, right? Like 10 o'clock. It's
I hope he had earbuds.
that's
ear
a
defenders.
cooler, bro. God, you guys are some hateful SOBs. It's a little bit late at night at a biker rally for a 10-year-old to be sitting there watching the shenanigans that are going on. I mean, That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Everybody, raises their own. But I mean,
Well,
used to
that's
get,
the problem.
you used to get in the same thing at Wildwood. You'd have two different situations at Wildwood. You would have the family that came to Wildwood that had no idea that it was Road to the Shore weekend,
Rally week,
and they found themselves like walking through vendors, full of drunk people and patches and what have you, and
1%ers,
and then you had
boobies hanging out,
yeah, and then you had patches bringing their kids.
So there was they're not their kids, it's their property.
Well, I mean, either here or there.
A lot of boobies hanging out though on Main Street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we saw some.
A lot of boobies hanging out. A lot of butt shaking. I mean,
we saw some stuff we didn't want to see.
Not really kid friendly, but yeah, I guess. Do you? What is this beer?
We saw some stuff we didn't want to see.
No, this is not what you think it is.
Oh,
but there was no real description on this, so I had to kind of guess. It's called Thrice Cream.
It's cream ale.
Is that what it is?
Probably.
It's something about cookies and
oh boy,
I'm probably not gonna like it.
probably not.
But it's from 3 Threes, which is local to us, so I figured I'd give it a try.
To answer your question, Corey, I did not.
6 strollers, yes.
Yeah, 6 strollers. I did not see many perky ones.
No, there wasn't a perky one in sight.
I mean, I wasn't looking for that stuff, guys, so I don't know.
Very true.
I mean, I was hanging out with my wife. I don't do that kind of stuff. You guys are sick freaks. What are you doing? Sick freak. Breast full of beer.
When are we going to see more videos of Bert's Road Glide upgrades? Soon.
There was not is that a legit question?
Soon.
Yo, 305 Road Glide. You're the man. Actually, yeah, that's coming up next, right?
Soon. Our next release will be
George just finished up the edit.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be coming out next week. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, and then we're working on what's next.
Yep.
Grew up in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, live in upstate New York for 40 years. No traveling south ain't what it used to be. No. Angry Boomer.
Yeah.
Is this Boomer Esiason? Or did you sneak on here?
Angry
You
Boomer.
should be watching the game.
That's it.
What else you got?
What else we got? We got more.
Do you have more questions?
I do. We have more.
You came up with some on your own, did you?
I did. It's the best place you ate at Biketoberfest.
You gotta give me a second. I gotta recount what we ate.
Yep.
Ate at the hotel. We ate at the brewery day 2. What did we eat? So Wednesday, what were we eat Thursday?
We ate at
the lobster was up there.
At the reggae place. What was the name of that?
Reggae place.
It was a reggae bar.
On Thursday?
Thank you, Maurice.
Oh, that place was not.
That place was not
on my list.
Yeah.
You said where did we eat at Thursday?
It was the restaurant that was out there in front of in the plaza or the parking lot where Destination Daytona is, right? That's what you're talking about?
Hooligans. No, he was talking about the other place on the beach.
No, at the beach. After we went to Main Street.
Caribbean Jacks?
No, after we went to Main Street across the street.
What was that called, ladies? You're watching. What was that place, that late night dinner that we had? I don't know. You answer if you know.
That's where we had the gator bites and stuff.
That was the gator bites, but I just had apps. It wasn't really great.
No, it wasn't. I've had better gator bites.
Pro Monkey's Tailgate.
Ocean Day.
I think the lobster might have been the best thing I had.
I think Pro Monkey's Tailgate.
Ocean Deck. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Ocean Deck.
Yeah.
No, I think it might have been. Now, you know what?
The brewery was good.
No, the meal I had at Caribbean Jacks was really good.
Yeah, that was good too.
It was
that was my favorite.
What was it? I had some sort of seafood on a pasta in like a lobster sauce, I think.
Yeah.
A creamy lobster sauce. That was banging. So it's between that and the lobster. I love seafood, so it was between that and the lobster.
Seafood is
the silicone
I need
roasted lobster that we had. It was delicious. And whatever that non-adobo Cuban.
Yeah. So
why are you hating, man?
What was the salsa? What was the salsa we put on the
salsa completa?
salsa completa.
Salsa completa.
That is complete seasoning. Basically, adobo for Cubans.
It's adobo for
It's the
Cubans.
same thing.
This is why you hate it. He says it's adobo for Cubans.
Pro
'Cause they can't have
Monkeys
their own
was
adobo.
dinner in a show for sure.
It was. That was a
So-
great time.
That was definitely the best bang for the buck. Although that was that campground is out there. Dude.
Here it
That
is.
is out in the middle
That
of
was
nowhere.
Over
Listen.
half an hour.
If you're in the side chat and you're a gringo like me,
Saison completa.
Sazón.
Saison
So it's not-
completa, right?
So it's not
Yes.
salsa completa, it's sazón completa.
yeah.
That's why we thought it was salsa.
If you're
I got that beat.
if you're a gringo and in the side chat, you need to find some of this in your Goya aisle. Because let me tell you,
It was good.
that stuff was pretty good.
Yes.
Yo.
Sazón completa is
Listen.
pretty good.
Pretty sure I had
I don't know if it's Goya though.
more than my share of the tails.
If it's Latin, it's Goya. Don't tell me it's not Goya.
No,
It's
no,
Latin.
I don't know if it's Goya. The sazón completa, I don't think it's Goya.
I think it was Vidal Sassoon.
Well, that says be foul.
I don't know. The D's next to the F, dude. It's a typo. Complete
Oh, it's
seasoning
Badia.
by
Everybody has
Badia. You didn't know that?
There you go.
How did I
I
not know
got
that?
some in the upstairs.
Yeah, how did I not know that? Yeah.
There you go. Das Solos and Gringo.
They call me the
Badia.
Gringo too, but
I got to tell you, I'm a gringo because I never heard of
thank you,
Badia.
305 roguelike complete season. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it was good, and I
It
mean,
was delicious.
with that slight tinge of
Silicone-based.
in there, man.
It was the black smoky residue
Yes,
from
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I just got to know what was going on in his head that he
Super
thought that
gringo.
was going to
Listen.
hold that cast iron.
They make silicone pads like in the kitchen. They use them to set
Yeah.
pots on and stuff. They're just not that silicone.
Yeah,
Listen, like you said, dinner and a show. It was a great time.
it was a great time.
Was one of the highlights of the trip.
I
So
thought we were gonna lose Austin. He threw that drink on the fire. Austin standing on the other side of the fire.
Did you see my face? Did you see my face? I had the beard about to go over, and all I
it'd
saw
be
was
great if
whoosh.
the beard and everything was
Oh,
just
I'm glad I
singed,
didn't miss the beard.
all burnt and shriveled up. You know, smells like burnt hair. That would be great.
My mind said jump. My body did nothing.
So then I'm looking at the footage,
Since at the time, it did make he was like,
but then I'm looking at the footage and I'm looking at the back of the truck and I'm like, holy shit, there was an air compressor. Like
what
this
is,
compressor.
what does that box say? TNT?
No.
What?
I don't even know what was in the blue can. That could have been kerosene for all that I know. I don't.
What was in the
Monkey,
blue can?
What was in the blue can? I don't know what was in the blue can.
That's probably his pecan. That's probably what that is.
Could have put that on it.
Well, typically.
Listen, Larry, it was cut 50-50 with water. So if you watch our video, TJ will tell you he had a 50-50 chance.
Was it cut with water?
That's what he said.
You cut your alcohol with water?
Scotch.
Really?
If that was Scotch straight, I would have been in trouble.
Blue cans was a
Damn
danger.
We could have been baggers and beardless.
Could have been baggers and blew the hell up.
Could have been baggers and beardless. That's pretty good.
That was fun though.
That was a
good
great time, though. Appreciate the invite. Appreciate the time. Appreciate the food. That was a great.
We saw some really cool people down under the tent, didn't we? It
Oh,
Yeah.
did we?
was tasty.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm
The
telling you.
tailgates. It was, man. Then we had some burgers after that, didn't we?
We did eat burgers.
Burger was good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That was cooked on the ground
Yes.
next to the truck.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
That was.
so we answered that question. Got any more?
I'm gone. That's all I got.
You're out of questions? You better think of something.
Yeah,
It's only been an hour.
I thought of questions. You thought of questions.
Just say it next to the propane tanks. Yeah.
Yes, that's all. We were very close to the propane tanks.
It was. It was.
That's crazy.
And then Austin, the hero of the day, he got it off the tailgate and set it like underneath the trailer.
I just got it
It's
away
ready
from
for the
fire.
RV to melt. She really tested the theory that boobies make it. Yeah,
I'm
well,
telling you.
yeah, that was.
No,
So they.
no.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was. It was a good trip.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So-
it was a good time. And if you ever run into Monkey at a campground at a rally, and you look at his tailgate, you'll now know what happened.
Yeah.
You will know the story.
Lobsters.
It's all
Kip said
good.
It's all good. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's gonna be fine.
It's fine.
What's up,
That's
Blocks
better
Beast?
than me because I'd have been all butthurt that my shit was jacked up.
You know, it's just stuff.
Well, what can you do about in that situation?
No, I wouldn't have done
You wouldn't have done it on the beginning, right?
How's it hanging, fellas? Mr. Monkey is the beautiful Mrs. Monkey with you as well. Well, they live together.
Yeah.
She was on here. We probably bored her to death. She probably went to sleep by now. But she was on here earlier. Oh, no, she still was there just recently. So the ride down. How was the ride down? How was the long ride on your your new bike?
On the
That
limited?
was your longest trek on the limited,
the
right?
longest trek. Listen,
Talk about bikes for a minute, since most of you people like bikes.
It's,
69 watching. That's a good number. Leave it there.
See
Don't go
that?
anywhere.
the bike is comfortable. I mean, the one thing that was bothering me about the bike is the bars, the stock bars. Stock
You
bars.
said that a lot.
Yeah,
they are.
They're
These
bad.
these stock bars are by
They're bad.
far the worst stock bars that I've had because
Which is weird because they look so much better than the stock bars you had on the special.
but
Wait, was that a special?
No,
that
that
wasn't.
was
It was
a
just
special.
the Road Glide.
it was just a rope. But those bars for riding long distances were like at a height that didn't bother me, even though they were lower and the
Yeah.
bike was hard to move around a parking lot because you had no leverage, with those
Yeah.
low bars. It was on the road. It was fine. It was okay. It wasn't the best thing to turn because it was so low. That lower bar was so low when you turned. But this, like going down the highway, it was just.
Someone has a
my
question
God.
that someone doesn't want to answer, but
Hold on.
you're not going to get out of answering it. Someone else.
Boop.
It's a question for Austin. It's on a delay.
There it is. Did Austin get home? Well, obviously he got home.
I got home.
There was a problem or something, right? Yes.
Correct. There was a major problem, a really bad problem. So, do you want to touch on that now, or you want to?
We can go.
Yeah,
Well, let's
yeah.
hear it.
We're here.
Stage is
Okay.
yours.
We're out of questions, so
Well,
fill us in.
this on the way down. I didn't want to jump on George's, trip, but on the way down, I experienced something through the. We stopped at that Savannah, Georgia, Harley race.
Mhm.
And the whole ride home, the ride down till after I hit about North Carolina, South Carolina, the bike started swaying a little bit, and something didn't feel right. Well, after we got back on the road, after stopping at Savannah Harley, I went to throttle up, and the bike went into a complete death wobble. So many of you know if you don't know what the death wobble is, look it up. I mean, this was a severe death wobble. George, what was it like, the view from the back?
I was backed off you and had my thumb on my four ways. That's how I would describe it because it didn't look good.
It was bad. It felt like it was throwing me left and right. The handlebars were going left and right like crazy. There was no controlling the bike.
Well, it's different than what you think of with a death wobble, though. When you think of the death wobble, you think of the front end going crazy. You were having a rear
Everything.
end.
It
The
was-
whole bike.
the whole bike.
The whole
No.
bike was.
Dude, I was watching you. You
The
never,
front,
what?
the front was side to side. The back was side to side. The whole thing was crazy.
Bike was not in good shape.
The bike did not do good. So after that, we went ahead and stopped at another Harley dealer in Georgia
Mhm.
right before we hit the Florida border, and had them check it out. At this time, we stopped at a gas station before that, and I was shaken up. I was completely like, wow. I thought I was going to lose it. All I remember seeing was George pull up next to me. He goes like that to stop, and he just took off to tell Bert, back off.
He never took off. He never caught up to me.
Well, I caught up to you. I thought you saw me and you didn't. And it's
Caught up
Okay.
to me would be side by side.
Well, there was traffic.
Eye contact.
I couldn't get side by side with you. It's traffic.
Traffic and
There was cars.
we're in a lane. The lane is ours. I'm on the left. You pull up next to the person. We have Senna's, guys. We just don't use those.
We didn't have to send
We just don't communicate.
So after that, we back up. I couldn't go above 75 for nothing. That's even pushing it. So after that, we went to the dealer. The dealer checked it out. They found nothing with the bike. They said that the air in the tires was a little low. They couldn't duplicate it or nothing. So off we went. And it still didn't feel right. So was it the swing arm bushing?
So that's the way down, right?
Yeah, that's on the way down. That's on the way down. So
you told him about the dealer we stopped at?
Yeah, we stopped. Yeah.
And that they told you they had no clue what the hell they were looking at?
Yeah.
All right.
That was the last time. Last thing I just said.
I was still focused on the nonsense that he was talking about.
So we get down there, and then after he put air in the tires, it didn't feel bad, but I could not. Something still didn't feel right with the bike. So where was it that I took it out, or when we went to the speed?
Not Harley.
Speedway. When we went to
JNP
Speedway.
cycles.
JNP
cycles. So I for sure thought I was going to just go ahead and replace the tires and stuff like that. And when they looked at it, they said the tire was actually fine. They said that it was the caliper that was hanging up, which he showed me when he pushed it in. The caliper was hanging up. He goes, I'm going to free it up, cleaned it up a little bit, and it seemed to work fine. After that, that's when you guys went to to the brewery, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Maxwell's was way out of the way, Corey. Way out of the way. We were down in Savannah. He's in he's like northwest of Atlanta.
Yeah, no.
So after that, it was he says I might have just went ahead and cleaned it up. He says the caliper, I would definitely look into this caliper, rebuild it, possibly replace it. But for now, it'll get you home. That's the words that he told me. So after that, I met up with you guys. We went on the highway. We got on 95 to go up to Iron Horse. We were trucking along, had no issues. No issues the rest of the trip. So
until we got up onto the highway, the initial time to go home. Monkey says, how many miles are on the bike, and is it the original neck bearings?
Let me get to that. So we get back on. It's the day to leave. New shorts for Austin. Yes, I pretty much had them the whole way down for 2.5 hours. So we go to leave. Bike's feeling good, and all of a sudden it starts swaying. And this is like right when we get on the road to head back home. And I push it through. I was going about 75, 80.
We weren't doing 80.
What's that?
We weren't doing 80.
75.
You could have been doing 80 because I did 80, and you guys were like ants in my rear view.
So
you
70,
never hit 80.
70 to 75 was my max. After that, I started feeling the bike going back and forth again. So we stopped, and I was like, that's it. There was no way I was going to go ahead and get it home. I was hoping to make it to the hotel and then from there get the bike shipped or work, get it worked on some place around there, but it didn't even get to that. We ended up stopping at Savannah, Harley Davidson. I ended up dropping up the bike off. So neck bearings need to be replaced. The front tire was replaced. The belts on it, the belts shifted on it. The caliper was rebuilt, and it looks like my back tire is crowned. So the back tire that is brand new, this is the first trip on it really, has to be replaced also. So, and that's going to be next week. But the bike right now, it's got a new front tire and a new the rebuilt caliper. Neck bearing still needs to be done.
And how many miles?
46,000 miles.
On the original neck bearings.
Most likely. I do not know if the previous owner, when I got it done.
Swing arm bushings?
Swing arm bushings, never really thought about that or looked at that.
No, that'll do that too.
Yeah, good.
That'll do that
too.
I did not make the trip home on the bike. I went ahead and jumped in with the ladies in the vehicle and headed home, which it did hurt. Oh, that's right. The front wheel bearings on the rim were replaced. They were jacked up also. Thanks, Jeannie.
I'm sure it was killing you when we were stuck in traffic in DC, and him and I were
sweating and clutching.
You know,
walking for miles at a time.
Walking from Fredericksburg to
your
DC.
little piggies rubbed in the car, massaged and eating freaking jelly beans. I'm sure it was killing you.
Yeah, to be honest with you, at times I was like, "Whoo, this would have sucked," but at the same time, I was like, "Man, I feel bad because I should have been there next to you guys. I should have been on the bike."
So 46K on the original neck bearings is bad? Is that what you're saying,
yes,
Monkey?
It's probably, and I don't know.
I think I need mine done. I should have had it done before we left. But
I bought the bike with just over 18 or just under 18, I believe it was. So I don't know if the previous owner actually got it done.
At 20K, probably not. I don't think that's on the 20K.
I don't think it's on.
It's 20.
I think it's on 25.
25K, I believe.
I think it is on 25K because when I took mine in before I left, and they were looking at what was on the 20, like because I had never had any of those services milestones done.
Yeah.
He said it was part of the 25, but they wanted to charge me an extra $170 for it. I was like,
that's about what they were
good.
That's about what they were charging me down there. So Dana, to answer your question, the bike is home. I ended up going, me and Jeannie ended up going back down on Friday. We left Friday morning at 2 a.m. and we made it down to Savannah, Georgia by 2 p.m. to pick up the bike, and then headed back and got back on Saturday after picking up the bike. So, yeah, the bike is home.
Foigello, wheel bearings should last longer than that, but I think these wheel bearings probably got beat up because this problem with the neck bearings is probably going on a little longer than, just this trip.
Foigello's got a road glide.
And the thing is, I've never felt any vibrations in the front. I never felt nothing different. Everything felt really good until halfway down on the way down on the strip. So,
25.
Yeah. I know it wasn't on the 20 because I looked at the 20 list before I traded in the 18 Road Glide because that is right about where it was. So
I need mine done.
It was. I knew it wasn't on the 20. So, 25 makes sense.
So, one thing I want to add to this, if you're around that mileage or to the next service where you need to get them checked out, I would say check them out because it can happen just like that. That was crazy scary. I really thought I was going to go down. I thought I was going to kiss the pavement and be out for the trip. That was scary.
My buddy complained to me the other day, my bike has a bald strip in my tire.
Bike only has 18,000 miles. It sounds like somebody else I know.
I ain't complaining.
We're coming down 287 and Bert's, and we had the Sennas on that day. It was him and I coming down 287. He's like, "Yeah, I got to pull over. The bike feels weird." And I said, "What's going on?"
He's doing the same thing. As soon as I got on and got up to speed, it was like
back end shaking
all over the place.
As soon as we pulled over the side of the road, I climbed under the back of that bike, and it was.
We saw.
I saw steel belts.
Yep.
I'm like, how many miles these tires have on them? I don't know. I think they might have been originals.
Oh, they were.
Yeah.
They were originals because I bought it. It only had $6,000 on it.
Yeah.
So they were definitely.
So they were definitely originals.
And again, you know what? And that's funny because if you're not someone that's been riding since you were like 2 years old, like Pro Monkey, or you're not a mechanic, like I'm not. I don't do a lot of wrenching on my bike. I'll do fluid changes. That's about it. I didn't know that a motorcycle tire, you're lucky to get 10 on it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm thinking like probably somebody else was like, well, your car gets like, 50,000. Like I was like, what? I'm only at like 14,000. You know what I mean? Like
softer compound. It also depends on how how diligent you are about your air pressure.
Yeah,
right?
Which I'm not.
And how much two-up riding do you do?
See, 16K on his.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the lifespan on a motorcycle tire was so much less.
Yeah.
So now I know. Now I'm like watching for it. I think I'm due.
Yep.
Due, but
what's up, Brandon? So I mean, it's
10K. Yeah.
If I get 10K on the rear,
on the front. Okay.
If I get 10K on the rear, that's
So 2 up is
That's
even
not
2
bad.
up shortens it even more, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't do any 2 up really.
So I think
What's up, Brandon?
I think for the rear tire, I'm actually not going to
Let's
go with the
go,
same as
Brandon.
the front. I'm going to go with an actual heavy touring tire
Yeah.
instead of the D207s. So because that's the V-Rod rear tire.
Yeah.
So I don't
Does
think it's
solo.
rated good enough for it.
So
Now you know, man. So keep an eye on it when you hit that 8,000.
Yeah.
Start checking frequently.
no, and
Last thing you want is, I mean, we limped back from
Let me
North
tell you,
Jersey at like 50 miles an hour.
we really limped, and we limped down the Jersey Turnpike, which was tough, and it was hot.
It was hot.
And the condition of his tire. This is what people need to understand.
That's
You
funny.
know.
It just fell.
I just trade my bike. There you go.
I don't change my tires. I just trade my bike.
The condition of his tire from probably on the 100-mile ride home from where we were to North Jersey to Southampton. How drastically different was your tire from during that 100 miles?
Feel or look?
Look,
Oh, big time.
I mean, we
Yeah.
could see some steel belts
When I got home, you
When-
could
when we
see
were-
it.
when we were
Yeah.
up. And we gotta. You see if we post that picture on Instagram of how bad the tire is. I'm sure you still have it.
Yeah,
It's
you still have it.
it's you could see some steel belts when we pulled over the side of the road when you first started to feel it.
Yeah.
By the time you got home, like, how were you not sparking coming down the road?
Yeah.
I mean, it was all steel belts.
Yeah, it was,
You know?
it was bad. I learned my lesson.
So it's you always check. I mean, I'm always
Yeah.
so Robert Veering. Yes, that is the one thing nice about having tire pressure sensors. I love them.
I wish you can
One
have. I need to look into aftermarket ones because that's a big thing.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have those.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to look.
What's
into
his
that.
face did a little
Mm.
install on those.
Yep.
Oh, the-
Bike and Bird. The
Couple people have.
tire
TPS?
pressure something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TPMS, TP something now.
Corey, I'm actually looking into the Michelin Commander 3s to put in the back. Yes, that's one of the tires that I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
New Jersey Turnpike sucks with good tires.
You ain't joking
Listen.
about that.
I'm on that turnpike like 3 days a week. Believe me.
Harleys are hydraulic, but there's no adjustments.
It also depends
There
a
you
lot
go.
on the tire
is-
you have, though.
This is the best. This is the best part of it. Hook dog, wear marks, and a $3 tread gauge. You can also use a penny, but a tread gauge
Yeah.
works. If you don't have a tread,
Yeah.
if you don't have a tread gauge in your toolkit, a penny works just fine.
I had
So-
one when I was a kid that showed so much steel belt it was leaking air. I put some green slime in and you could see green in the steel belt line in the middle. That's crazy.
That's just nuts, right there.
Yep.
That's crazy. And then you rode it to Sturgis.
Yeah, both ways, uphill
ways,
in the
uphill.
hail.
in the dust.
Yeah.
What is that paper bag? Is that your weed?
That's mine. That's where I put my gas.
That's where you put your weed.
That's it.
Very happy with my Commander 2s. I don't know.
Yeah,
So-
Commander 2s and the Commander 3s, they're really good. Heard good things about them.
Hey, Sean, how you
Those are
doing?
the ones that John has on his bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking ride down. Listen, I like the ride. I mean, outside from my bars, the ride down for me was fine. I got crazy gas mileage with that bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
better
I
than
was
me.
getting sick gas mileage with that bike. I mean, it wasn't like we were, really running because it was traffic and it was
Once we got past
Miston.
Virginia.
Fredericksburg
Yeah.
and we passed
Yeah.
the girls and I took the lead. We were running at 85.
Yeah.
We were running at 85 until he let me know that he was having issues, and that was after dark. Like we stopped and he was like, "Yo," or just
Yeah.
before dark. He was like, something's up with my bike." But we ran hard for a little while there. Well, I mean, it depends on what you consider hard. I mean,
Did I tell you
some
something
people might
like
do
that?
it.
I don't recall telling you.
You said something at some
Mm.
point, and I was like, okay, but like you didn't really make a big deal about it, so
Yeah.
I wasn't that worried about it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were doing 85, no problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It
So-
didn't feel nothing like.
So you get killer gas mileage,
Killer gas
but you
mileage.
put you put your Harley hammock on
So
that,
that's
right?
Dot Solar just asked a question. Do you still have the stock seat on the Road Glide? It would be a Road Glide Ultra seat, which is much different than the regular stock Road Glide seat.
Much different.
But no, I pulled the Road Glide, the Ultra seat off, and I put the hammock back on. the Ultra seat, I feel like pushes me forward onto the tank a little bit too much. Whereas the hammock gives you a little less back support, but a lot more room to move around on the seat.
Yeah.
So it's so I roll with the hammock. What kind of mileage were you getting? I was getting probably between 45 and 50, Corey.
It seemed like you were getting 100, dude.
These guys, Austin was pulling over with 40 miles left, and I was on half a tank. I mean, I was getting gas at half a tank.
Yeah, I was stopping a lot earlier than we needed to, just because I'm not going to push it down to like 10 miles. There's no reason to,
I think the lowest I got was 27. 27 was the lowest I got.
Oh,
but other than that, it was usually at around between 40 and 60.
So Das said he's thinking about changing his out. Das,
get a different beer.
We did a video on the hammock. You can, I think it's like the product review playlist. You can go check that out.
Yes.
Because it does lift you up an inch. And but yeah, I mean, the stock Ultra seat is good for long distance. I just don't necessarily like the seating position it gives me.
My ride down was fantastic.
Is it? How so?
I don't want to give too much away because we'll have a review coming, but my new seat was very comfortable.
That's cool.
Now listen, I'm coming from a stock Road Glide seat, which is about as bad as the stock suspension, but
you've ridden across the country in that stock Road Glide seat.
I just got used to it. I got used to just adjusting frequently, and by frequently I mean like every 10 minutes, just kind of shifting my seat and the pressure, just not staying in one spot too long.
Yeah.
And I got used to it, and really, I just didn't know any better, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've been to Texas, I've been to Sturgis and back, and I mean, it wasn't anything that I would complain about, but this seat was a big difference.
It was a big difference.
Again, I'm going to do a review, and I don't want to like give everything away, but it was very comfortable. And I found myself, I mean, I think we were friggin' probably south of Fredericksburg before I was like, oh, like I adjusted a little bit, like I just sat in the same spot and didn't move for hours.
Yeah.
And it was nice. And I mean, obviously, and I'll talk about this in the review. Obviously, it's not going to compare to something like what you have,
right?
But I think if you're trying to balance comfort and looks, I think it's something you'd be happy with.
Yeah,
I was thrilled with it. Comfortable ride down, 1,000 miles. Comfortable ride back, 1,000 miles.
And me riding behind you, I can tell that you were solid on the road. You never you always fidget when you're on the bike.
Yeah,
now
with my stock seat, I just move. I don't like that. What is this?
I don't know. Read it.
Oh, good God!
Forbidden pumpkin.
Forbidden pumpkin.
Get rid of that. You're drinking a whole glass of that?
A lot of people in here talking Saddleman, and you guys are right. You are not okay. Huh?
Maybe it's just because what I switched from.
Probably.
But, oh goodness.
Probably.
Pro Monkey. I believe the seat you have, Bert, plus an Airhawk pad for super long distance. You know what? Maybe I don't like the Airhawk. Mm-hmm. I tried the Airhawk going to Texas.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. Like I could not find the right amount of air in it to be comfortable. But maybe for a lot of people, yeah, you might be right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's much more padded, and that gel makes a big difference than a stock seat. So do you go? So you have the saddle, you have the hammock.
Thanks, dog. I don't want to lose this.
You have the hammock, right?
Yeah.
So on a 700-mile day, basically riding for 12 plus hours, does your butt get uncomfortable at any point?
No.
Not at any point. You don't feel like a little bit.
No. Mm-mm. The only time I get a little uncomfortable is like if we're in rain and I'm wedging myself up above my windshield to get my visor some airflow. And if I do that for long enough, like there's like a part of the hammock that will like kind of dig into your lower back that I might feel. But no, my butt it has never been a problem. It has never been a problem on that seat. It is the most.
Not even like
No.
not even like I feel this day kind of a thing. Like I'm not hurting, but I know I've been riding.
I don't feel. I don't know. I rode that Crossbones for so long, and we did some long days in the Crossbones. And when you ride a bike like that with no windshield, and you ride for the day, you feel like you feel beat up. Like we'd go out riding all day, and it's like I don't even want to really go out to dinner. Like I'm tired. And on this bike, like between the wind protection you have and the seat being comfy, and you getting the highway pegs dialed in, if I had the right bars for this trip, I wouldn't have been bothered at all. 600 something mile a day, like I wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
You know, the odds of me just being tired because I want to fall asleep, probably.
Yeah,
you know, but that's so different than driving a car. Is probably greater than me being physically beat up from riding on this bike.
Right. So Mrs. Monkey said almost 500 miles in the Advan Black seat, held up great. So you like it? Is it something you're going to keep on your bike? I'm just curious as someone else, because there's not a lot of people that have this seat right now, so it's hard to compare notes. But is there anything you don't like about it?
Or maybe they
just curious.
They might be doing something
as
well.
Think,
so.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're planning on doing it, you don't have to reveal anything. I don't think the passenger seat's great comparatively to other aftermarket seats.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps the original shape of
the original.
But there's
shape,
more padding in there.
Which is more padding. It's got the gel, but it's just. I mean, and I have your stock Ultra seat in the garage that we're gonna go test ride at some point here in the next week. And just the sheer size of that back seat
is big
in comparison to the Cobra. It's just there's no it's like just looking at it, you can tell that's going to be more comfortable for the passenger.
Yeah, it's not that's not an apples to apples comparison,
right? Though. Not at all.
I mean, it's not like it's just
so absolutely you like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yep. So here we
Mustang
go.
seats are nice, man. I had a solo Mustang seat on my Heritage before I got rid of it,
and it looked nice too.
And it was comfortable. It looked nice. I didn't necessarily love. I kind of had the same issue that I had riding Mrs. Monkey's Road Glide in Sturgis. I just felt like it sat me up. I felt like I was sitting
above the bike,
up on top of the bike. Like I just felt so high. Yeah. It was comfortable. I mean, the seat itself on your butt is super comfortable. Just didn't love the position it put me in, but they're good. They're nice seats for sure.
Yep. So real quick, Blocks Beast had a question I didn't want to lose here. What is the thought on moving from a 650 V-Star to what he says I think is a 1300 Road Glide? Well, I don't know what a 1300 Road Glide is.
So that would be the one.
My thoughts are make the switch.
No, 1600 cc
because
was
Road Glides are awesome. Is my thought. I wish this bar stool was as comfortable as my Cobra seat.
The 110 is 18.
That's what I'm saying. The 96 inch was like 1600.
Yeah.
So you'd have to get a year, but it's a 650 V-Star is not a heavy bike or a big bike.
Plus the shaft.
And
if I'm not mistaken.
well, I mean that's
going to play a big difference because the shaft it gives you a lot more torque quicker than a belt. So the difference, the feel is going to be completely different.
UCM Pigs, thanks, buddy. Thanks for watching,
Ben.
hanging out.
Thanks, brother.
Again, it was awesome to meet this guy.
Absolutely a pleasure.
Check out his channel, guys, please. And then you can decide if you want to subscribe or not, but at least give him a look. Where are you going? I'm not going to the bathroom.
I think he's stretching.
But I am going to get another beer. Problem I had with the hammock when first getting started, I would even...
It said it pushed him forward.
The windshield, but after riding a while, I would sink about 3 inches below the edge.
Oh. Huh. That's weird.
Oh. Stop trying to push your butt against my penis.
Yo, you're going to the bathroom, aren't you?
Nope.
Certainly is.
You'll know.
Don't. No.
You need another queen sickle?
No, I'm good. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Night, Dana. I'll see you. 3:45 in the morning, man. Woo.
Ooh.
Something about shaft. Yeah, Corey says 1300 cc's is 80 cubic inches. So I think if you're
Something
looking
about shaft.
you're looking at road glides. You got to come across with a year. Wouldn't get anything before I think it was 2000. Well, even before 09 at least. After that, they stretched the frame.
Yeah.
But probably
wouldn't go 16 or before for a road glide.
Probably wouldn't go anything pre-Rushmore.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're heavier bikes, so if your mechanics are good, you'll be good. Thanks, Blocks. Something about the shaft. So, yeah, Brandon. A lot of people like the tall boy. It moves you back 2 inches.
That's not what I need.
And it does lift you up a little bit. Like I said, the hammock does lift you up an inch as well, but doesn't move you back. So I love it. The wife loves it. Probably the only regret I have is that I didn't get a heated one.
Oh.
So the next hammock will be heated for sure. For sure it will be heated. Just looking through some of these
there's gonna be a
comments.
next hammock?
Oh yeah. What's up, Tactical Pineapple? And a lot of people in here were talking about not Mustang seats. They were talking about oh my God. I'm trying to look for the comment now. The other seat company.
Oh, Saddleman?
Saddleman,
yeah.
And it's funny, Saddleman people, like I talk to people about Saddleman, they're either one way or the other. They either love them or they hate them. Oh yeah. They either love them or they hate them.
What do you love or hate?
The Saddleman.
The Saddlemans.
Like I talk to people about Saddleman.
I love the way they look.
Listen, I think on a soft tail, especially, I think a Saddleman's my favorite seat on a soft tail. They look awesome.
I think they look fantastic. I have no idea how they feel.
The step up and the nice
Yes, I love
yeah.
the step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never sat on one, so I have
Yeah.
no clue. Why is Stacy giving us thumbs up?
She wants a heated seat.
Yep. That's right.
As if you're getting on the seat after October.
You never know. She might.
Really? What is this?
It's a beer.
Is it though?
It's a can.
It's better.
Justin said we're getting soft with the heated seat. Stacy's got fighting words. There they are.
Yeah, bro. Did they offer that on the Buell? Road sofa is cool looking. So the road sofa is that a Saddleman?
Yeah,
sofa?
Saddleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look cool if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I took a look and see.
Aussie bagger, bro. You got somebody from Australia in here?
Yep. Got to let the Saddleman wear it. It takes a while. A lot of people say that.
It has to be broken in for a while, from what I heard too.
You would if it was heated, huh? Get her a heated seat because I really want to see this. I want to see a nice.
I need ball. I
go
need
on a nice Christmas ride.
Oh man.
For the kids.
Robert Irving says that's what he has as lowrider S. Yeah, they look really good on a lowrider S. That Saddleman.
I like the Mustang on the soft tail.
Yours look good.
Mustang C. I mean, they have different ones, but
it was a good looking seat.
I don't even remember what mine was called. It was just
heated seats, hotel rooms.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah. Who put motorcycle riding bikers in the same category as campers? Like, where did that happen? Were the campers? What?
That's where it came with having all the stuff rolled up.
That's some broke ass mofos, is what that is.
Live by the land.
Mm-hmm.
Live by the land?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
They just rode until they couldn't no more, and then pitched a tent.
I do that too, but I just find a hotel. New Year's Day ride sounds nice, Justin. I'm sure Stacy's on board.
Woo.
Easy rider. Listen, man, that's a long time ago, dude. Times have changed.
That's all it says. Seat will be next after he installs the Wilburs.
Ooh, yeah.
Woo.
Just, what, you got poop?
Oh, yeah.
He's got poop. You can't go along without pooping this guy. Aftermarket suspension is definitely next. It's a matter of deciding which one.
Yeah,
I'm
deciding
leaning
which
towards
one.
the Oleans at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just know I need them and I want them because mine suck. And it's rides like that trip to Daytona or the long rides to Texas, or that's when you really get to see how bad your shocks suck. What's up, Brandon?
I love mine.
And you have the Legends.
I have the Legends. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a completely
Just the
different
back.
ride. Just the back. Yeah.
Oleans is nice. I know I've seen a lot of people with them. They seem to like them.
Yeah.
People that have Legends seem to like them. Wilbur might be out of my price range. I don't know. I haven't even looked at them.
Those are crazy, like up there. They're crazy.
We're looking at snow by Monday.
Oh
gosh.
Seriously? That just
where are you? I just can't. I can't. We don't even get that much snow here, and I don't want to be here just because it gets cold and nasty. I feel like it's like gray and cloudy from like New Year's to March. It just sucks. It's so miserable.
I wish I was going to Lone Star Rally. I need to redeem the miles on the bike.
Ideally, I'd love to live in the middle of the country so I can get to all these things.
All the way around.
But the middle of the country states just do not excite me at all. Watching, Brian from Blacktop Devil posting his Instagram pics of snow, in November, and it's just not into that.
Michigan's
What's on sale right now? First, I'm looking at Robert Simmons and so I pulled the trigger and bought them. The Wilburs. They're on sale, huh? What's on sale mean? Yeah, Nebraska's not even remotely on my radar. I do like to shop for bikes. Who am I looking for a bike for? I missed it. I missed something? Well, I think that's kind of an understatement. Mm-hmm. Corey, aftermarket shocks are better than stock. I think no doubt about that. I was supposed to do it last winter, and I just never got around to it. I want to do it this winter. Just depends on whether I'm still employed or not.
Yeah.
Who's looking for a bike, though? I do like to shop for bikes. George wants another one already? No, it's not. I can get to Texas quicker, I think.
Your wife.
She's looking for a bike?
Tiny Princess. We
know what bike she wants. She's got to be ready to do it. Yep. I think that bike she wants is awesome, and I want it, but she can have it.
305 Road Glide. I'm the only one that has upgraded their suspension, only because of necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah. My suspension was completely shot, and I had to replace it. It was all the bushings and everything was shot. So, and I had the 944 Progressives, I believe they were. So, and they were on there for a while.
Yeah, I've been ready to do it for a while. Just been tossing around which one we want to do. And nothing for nothing. I mean, we have been talking to companies, and if somebody's willing to give them to me for free, that would be the one I take. But so I don't know. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
You live 20 minutes from Blacktop? Ugh. They're from there. They live there, and they don't make it sound very fun. So
it's cool that you live 20 minutes away, but I mean, I don't want snow anymore. I'm done with snow.
Iowa Hog Rider says Dirty Bird Air on both my bikes.
Never go back, really.
Listen, so while he's still on here,
yes,
I want to give a little shout out to somebody. So Iowa Hog Rider.
Can I share my screen here?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's been following us for a while. Great subscriber. Always on these lives. Always watching our videos. Lots of communication with us. Good dude. I don't want to share too much of his info, but I think he's been pretty open with a lot of it. He's dealt with some cancer stuff, and he's been in and out of the hospital over the last year or so, whatever. I don't know all the details, but I do know he sent me a message, private message last week, I think it was. And he was telling me how he's been in and out of the hospital, and his grandson, whose name is Carson, would come in, to visit him at the hospital and would hang out with him to cheer him up, and they would watch YouTube together. And he'd said, obviously he watches us a lot, so they would watch Baggers and Brews, other people too, but he'd watch Baggers and Brews and whatnot. And then not too long after that, I guess they were out at I forget what he said it was, like a farmer's market or something like that. So they were out at something where they were shopping, and his grandson needed some new sunglasses. And he bought some sunglasses, and he came back, and he had these sunglasses on. And he took a picture of it, and he told his grandfather, which is I Hog Rider, he said, "Look, I got glasses like Big Bert." And show the picture. It's great. This made my day.
Entire screen.
If George figures out how to use it, we'll show it.
And then
is that on there?
It should. Well, there's a delay.
We'll see.
And it's coming up.
It's coming up.
There it is.
So this is Carson rocking the white sunglasses, my dude. and Iowa Hog Rider wrote that message to me and sent me the pic and said, I hope this, brightens your day or whatever. And it really did, man. And it kind of put into perspective that you don't always realize how much of a reach or how many people or who you might touch or whatever, and this whole influence in this whole YouTube thing. And I thought that was cool, man. This kid is rocking his white sunglasses, and
it was pretty neat.
And it was pretty neat. And so cool. I told Iowa Hog Rider, I was going to send him a little package. So I just wanted to give that a little shout out because that made my day, and I thought it was a cool story. So thank you, Iowa Hog Rider, for sharing that with me.
So very cool.
Carson rocking it.
Killing it.
I'll start wearing mine again. Listen, Epic needs to come out with their white sunglasses, man. Carson is the man. Mm-hmm. Carson's gonna get some good Baggers and Brews gear sent to him here shortly. So what else? What else is up, folks? So the question is,
wifey's Christmas present.
What?
I'm going with Wilbur's wifey's Christmas present from 305 Road Glide.
For you or for her? Her Christmas present on her bike or yours?
Well, it could be on his bike for her because it would soften up the ride, man.
So I know it'd make a big difference. I know the Piney Princess would enjoy rides on the back a lot more if I had a better suspension.
No thoughts on Leesburg. Going to Leesburg.
Not this year.
We're
definitely not making it back.
We just got back.
We have some talking to do. We got to sit down and hash out what's next as far as rallies go. We had our lineup this year, which was Ocean City, and we knew we were going to Daytona. Mm-hmm. I was lucky enough to get to Sturgis, and we went to Gettysburg. Because those are close. But we got to figure out what the big one is going to be next year and what other ones. I mean, Ocean City is like one of those.
The problem is
one of those.
We like going to Ocean City. It's just such an expensive rally to go to from a hotel standpoint.
From a hotel standpoint, it is expensive, man.
Brutal hotel room.
That's prices. What I mean. Pro Monkey said on his thing that Daytona was expensive, and I was like,
Biketoberfest
compared to what Biketoberfest will blow you away then, because that was. Between the food and the drinks, and the hotel in Ocean City, Maryland, would blow you away if you thought Daytona was expensive.
All of the hotels for the Daytona trip. So 2 on the road, 1 there, 1 back, and staying at the Hampton Inn of the Beach. I don't think was just as expensive as like 3 nights in Ocean City.
Yeah, I mean it was.
I mean,
hotel alone was no comparison. Now, like we said, the spring rally seems to be more expensive as far as hotels go because I already looked and it was twice as much. But that's also down on the beach. I didn't look like we don't need to stay on A1A. Yeah. We don't need to be in depth. It doesn't really matter. We could be outside of town a little bit. Gives you a little more riding to do, really. The beer, Bags and Brews also, man. So let Carson know we gave him a shout out, and I'll let you know when the package heads his way. I'm just waiting for some stuff to come in.
And he can come back and watch that at any time if you kind of look at where the timestamp we're at. We're right around
2 hours, just before 2 hours.
Yeah, probably the 150 mark.
Yeah.
You can go check that out.
Just want to ride out and rally with Yale sometime. Well, where are you?
Dassel, I feel like, is out west somewhere. I don't know. I feel like he's in the west.
So I'm pushing for Laconia. I feel like it's a rally we need to do, and it's too close not to.
However, the big Laconia is in 2 years.
23, right?
Is the 100th.
Is the 100.
And we were at the 95th.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
He's in Washington, south of Seattle.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
did the 95th.
Yep.
You know, Gettysburg's one of those ones where
south of Seattle.
I mean, next year we might just do like we did an overnight this year. You didn't get to go because you had stuff going on.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's because the distance it is for us. I don't know if it's worth staying overnight.
It's like
it's very small.
It's a long day and back.
It's a long day and back. I just don't know if it's worth the expense of a hotel or staying overnight.
I think a cool trip would be, and Ishasi might not be here, maybe he is here still, would be go to Gettysburg, leave early, do the rally during the day, get a hotel room, hit York, and then come home.
Yeah, I mean, if you're adding York, if you're adding the factory,
and yeah.
Hold on, real quick.
That's where we stayed, basically.
Adam Rugg,
right here.
Are you saying the 3 nights total was 180 or 180 a night for the hotel? Sounds like you're saying the 3 nights total was 180. If that's the case,
DM us where you stayed.
Sign me up. That is cheap.
And was that spring or Biketoberfest?
that makes a difference too. Palm Coast. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Nice.
Just north of Daytona.
There was a lot less traffic coming from the north than there was from the south, so that might be a good idea.
Total 3 night for Biketoberfest.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, did this place have a toilet?
Yeah.
This was a hotel. Not a motel? Was it a hotel or a motel?
A hotel or a hole in the wall? What was it?
Listen, we're hoity-toity. All right. If the door opens to the outside,
yeah. Some people might not stay there.
I would do it, but the significant others would frown upon that.
That's a day's in.
Bed bugs included.
Tacoma West Side, huh? I did 4 years out there. I was in I lived in a university place, so I know the area well. Ruston Way, all that stuff. That's good riding. I wish I could get back out there and ride.
That's funny.
Trout's in the house. What's up, Trout? I feel like where's Trout from? Where are you from, Trout? I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
What's the right?
I think Four Corners is on 66.
Four Corners, I believe.
Is it?
I think so.
Think so. Yes.
Would make sense. The general area. Listen, Adam's father. Yeah.
By the dome. Okay.
Yeah. We saw that. You know, condolences to Adam and his family.
Yeah.
You know, it's never fun losing a parent or a child. It's rough. Yeah. He's dealing with it and he'll get past it. But condolences to him.
Lots of people trying to go to Sturgis and Stubborn American. Stubborn American is catching, man.
It is catching.
Honestly, moving up my list.
It's catching.
Just because I feel like as a YouTuber, I'm having a little bit of FOMO. Little bit of FOMO with all the people that were there and all the YouTubers and whatnot. I feel like it's becoming kind of a can't miss.
Yeah, man.
It's a hike for us, but
it's a hike.
I do feel like.
Plus, we went to the first one, the original one.
I feel like we can make it in shorter time than we did the first time.
Buffalo.
We did 2.5 days going down there the first time.
We did. I think you kind of have to, though.
I don't think you do. I think we could have got a lot further day one. We stopped at 5 Harley dealers day one going down.
That's true.
Huff and puff. Go ahead. We stopped.
No.
We sat on a couch at one for like a half an hour.
No, I don't
It's also
disagree with
hot,
you.
blazing hot.
We did sit in a lot of traffic in Tennessee.
Well, that was road construction.
There's
no.
always going to be that. You can't control that.
But that was the least of our issue. We stopped at 5 Harley dealers.
We did that first day.
How many? That ate up 2 hours.
I'm not sure.
Easily.
I'm not sure if not stopping, if those stops ate up shaving off a day.
No.
Because our last
No, we
day.
did 2.5. It shaves off a half a day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Our last.
So we do it in 2.
Our last day was a long day though. We went.
There was stops there.
There were stops there. We didn't even stop for lunch that day.
Bro, we stopped where we met up with the bearded one. We were there for an hour. We stopped at the place that we met up with Maxwell. We were there for at least an hour.
Yeah.
Yo, that's an hour. How far is an hour on the road? That's 70 miles.
Yeah. It's a long 2 days.
Man.
It's a long 2 days.
I thought we were getting better with age, but apparently this guy wants to go back to 400-mile days
No.
with that comfy seat.
Don't be a jerk off 400-mile days. Come on.
That's not that far. That's not that bad. I'm just saying we could do it a lot quicker than we did it. Say we can't.
Well, we
There's
can.
no reason to make 42 stops on the trip.
You're missing the point. We can do it quicker than we did it. Can we do it in
That
2
was
days?
my point. I think so.
Yeah.
2 long-ass days, I think so.
Mm.
Yo, we were done the first day before dark
Mm-hmm.
and hit 5 dealerships. How much time do you think we lost? That was a 500-mile day.
Hey.
I'm just saying. If his bike's working and we can do 85,
Well, that's not going to happen.
just saying. You know what? So your boy's pushing this, and it's a sensitive topic for you, and I wouldn't have brought it up. But
What's that?
99 RU grad says we got to hit the back of the dragon. How you feel about it?
Whatever, dude. I'm good. We can do it. We cannot do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it 2 up.
I mean,
Gotta hit the back of the dragon.
it's like I want to do it to say I did it, but I'm not excited to do it.
I mean,
It's just everything I've heard, and after doing the tail, right?
So
Tail
he
of
said
the
the
dragon.
back,
Back of the
the
dragon.
back again. I don't need to do the back
Right,
of the
I'm
dragon
saying.
again. But I mean,
Oh, he's saying doing the back of the dragon
again.
We
yeah.
did no. I don't want to do that again. I was
Yeah.
there in June and I didn't do it because I have no interest. In
well,
doing
I
it.
think he's saying we got to do the back of the dragon again so he can join us. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's the case, I'll do it with you.
He ain't doing it.
I didn't mind it. He's a
you know,
rider instructor. He wants to do it.
Those kind of roads don't excite me, man.
Well, he can do it, but he's not going to ride his bike out here to do it.
That's true.
So, yep. We got
But anyway,
Motor Ramblings stumbled in.
so Motor Ramblings on Big Yellow, the Big Yellow Beast. Yeah, but to get back to what we were talking about, that the what's it called? What's he calling that?
Back
thing?
of the dragon.
Back of the dragon.
No,
Tell the dragon.
his rally down in K River.
Stubborn American.
Stubborn
Southern
American.
American, yeah.
That's creeping up the list of things to do. Laconia, but like you said, it might make sense to wait until 23 and go to the big one. I don't know what else. What else we would there's Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, but I don't want to go there until they figure out what the heck they're doing with that rally. I mean, every year it's a big cluster because they don't want them there.
Yeah.
So until they find a home.
So K River is 1,218 miles away from here.
1,218 miles. And you can't do that in 2 days?
We can do that in 2 days.
You could do that in 2 days.
That's what I said. You just told me I was crazy.
I mean, the question is,
That's
we
two-
can, but do we want
That's
to?
2 600-mile days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did
It'll be done.
685 down day one.
Yeah.
And the second day
12
was
hours.
easy other than having to stop at, a dealership for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what in the heck? You got to stop drinking.
Dude, you got to stop kicking.
There's like, just leave them down there. That's easy.
Yeah,
2 days.
1218. Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, you can't account for the construction zone, traffic jam. Like, look, now you spilled beer. This I can't take.
I mean, you
You
need
can't account for that, but I mean, we can ride it tonight and you can tough it out. Like,
Yeah.
Iron Butt's high on my list. I can't get these two to do it, but I might do one because they're afraid of it.
Not afraid of it. It's just my bike don't work.
Bro, I was trying to do an Iron Butt in freaking May. Border's still closed, so I have to go down and around instead of across Ontario.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's a big deal for him. Like coming from Michigan, because when they cut across Canada, it shaves off a lot
of time.
Yeah.
As much as I want to do Laconia next year, I feel like that's something to save for the big one, right? 100's a big deal.
I feel that way too.
And we were trying to talk. I don't need a patch. I'm trying to talk Pro Monkey into coming up for that one for the 23rd, but I don't know if.
Do it.
I don't know if he's got gas money to haul his RV that far.
You don't need the RV. You got 3 different places to stay if you need to. You don't need.
Where's he staying in Laconia?
That's true. Never mind.
Well, there's hotels.
There
are hotels, but that would be good for. I would like. I mean, that idea of hitting that 100, because if we go next year, we're not going to go the next year.
That's kind of my point.
So I don't know what the big thing.
Why not? It's.
I mean,
one of the closest.
It's super
So
close.
there you go, Trout. The ticker's on the bottom.
That was 7 hours.
You can get your t-shirts at www.baggersandbrews.com. I normally have that running,
We'll
but
have
not
some new
have
designs
that.
on there soon.
Yeah,
too.
we'll have some new ones. This one's still up. They'll be coming down here pretty soon. The Daytona one. If you were there, pick one up.
Yeah, and Tornado Alley. I mean, I get that, and I definitely get that. And the riding, I have no doubt that area of Arkansas, we've been through there, it's amazing riding. But you do still want to have some semblance of a rally and like vendors and concerts and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's not really staying in a hotel when I own one.
That's right. Like, why would he get a hotel when he's got an RV? I wouldn't. Would you get a hotel if you had an RV?
Depends.
I mean, do they have places up there for them?
Well,
yeah, that's the main thing.
I'm sure they do. I mean, I haven't investigated it because I don't have one, but I'm totally down. I understand what you're saying as far as Arkansas in that area having riding. We've been through it. We know they have riding. I want to go back. There's so much that we didn't get to ride.
I want to do it not in the pouring rain. Not in the pouring rain.
I want to do it not in the pouring rain.
Moving it to Rogers, huh?
But they got to find a home where they can have a legit rally. I'm hearing big things about them. Hopefully they move it somewhere where they want them.
Yeah.
You like what Daytona shirt? Our Daytona shirt?
Yeah, this one. I just showed them.
Yeah, buy one.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy your – well, no, it wouldn't make sense for me to have your not wearing colors shirt because they won't allow you all that. I don't have colors.
I need a garage yoga shirt is what I need.
Garage yoga shirt I do need. There's quite a few vendors. There just has to be more than just riding for it to be called a rally. Is all I'm saying. And I'm totally down. Like Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue was actually the rally that we were going to do this past year. That was the one that we targeted. That's the one that we were going to schedule.
And not everybody could get off.
And we had an issue with some of us not being able to have those specific days off. So we switched to Daytona. That's the only reason we didn't go, which I'm glad we did because then they ended up having these issues and having to move stuff around.
And Roy didn't have a rally this
year. I mean, again, people rode, but they didn't have a legitimate rally, which I would be pissed if I had taken that time off and waited, 8 months to go to, and then it's not really a rally. It's just we're going to go down there, we're going to stay in a hotel, and then we're going to ride some roads. Like, it needs to have the rally aspect of the rally. The riding is great, and I'm all for it, but it needs to have the rally.
Yeah.
Yes, that was our first Florida
on the bikes.
On the bikes.
Yeah.
On the bikes.
It was. Yep. And again, riding from here to Key West is another thing on my bucket list.
Oh yeah.
I'm down with you on that one.
I want to get on that. I want to get to the southernmost point, get my picture with that little whatever that is that has the markings.
We just answered this question. I mean, some kind of event, some kind of music, vendors. I mean, it's
something organized. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, again, we've been to rallies, that didn't have the greatest vendors or the greatest events, but there's got to be something organized to call it. What do you? Piney Princess says you're welcome because she's the one that couldn't get off.
Yeah, saved us.
I mean, otherwise, it's not really a rally. It's just going to go ride a nice riding area, which is fine. I mean, we could technically we could roll down to Arkansas any time during the summer or in the nice weather and just stay at random hotels and just ride the amazing roads. But that doesn't make it a rally.
Yeah.
It's Sturgis just one big ass party.
It's really
yes
not.
and no.
So it depends where you stay. It depends where.
Depends on what you're looking for. I mean,
Moto Rami's got a good question here. What about VAM 21 a rally?
VAM 21 a rally. They have. I think you're way too ahead of yourself on that. I think what they did last year was awesome. It was the start of something, but I mean, you got a long ways to go to really consider it. Could it grow to that?
Could it be a rally? It could.
It could, based on the riding in that area and the beautiful scenery and all that they have there.
Yeah,
it definitely could be. I think it's going to take work, and I think it's going to take building it. You're going to have to consistently get better. Like there was really not a vendor thing there, entertainment, all those things. You got to have all that to call it.
And
a
then
rally.
you have to drive people to that stuff to get it to grow because vendors aren't going to want to take their time to go
if the people aren't coming. I think you're ways out from being able to call it that, but I think it's definitely something that the people that started it and put the time into it this past year should keep grinding on it if they're passionate about it. I think it could grow to that just based on the area that it's in.
And I think if you
don't just make a rally overnight.
No. I mean, a lot of these rallies that have grown, over the years, and some of them shrink and go away. Some of them,
Yo. I'm sorry. It's fantasy football season.
So
no.
I hope that flag's on the defense.
But I think VAM could be a rally. I do think it could be a rally.
I think it could be. Mm-hmm. Could it be a rally next year? No. But I think it's something that they need to continue progressing.
Yeah.
And I think the area it's in is awesome. I think that place, that welcome center or whatever they call it for the back of the Dragon there with the brewery and all that store and stuff, that is an awesome facility. I think if the people who set it up this year want to do it again next year, I think they should focus on maybe having it focused around that place and have that be instead of the Clinch Mountain Motorworks. I think maybe that's a better spot to get people to come to and actually hang out and spend time there.
Yeah.
Because that was a really, really nice, cool place. That's my thoughts on that. I think it could definitely grow into something cool. Could be a rally one day. It definitely could be. I don't know if you're gonna be able to call it VAM.
If it has vendors, great roads, entertainment, but no drinking, will it ever be a rally?
What doesn't have drinking? I was drinking.
Yeah, there was beer there
at a brewery.
Yeah.
But again, you're gonna have to work on a name because I don't think Virginia Moto Meetup.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna be something that'll hold up for a rally name.
Yeah.
But that's the least of your worries. They just got to keep progressing on that. I mean, I would go back there. It's a nice area to ride to. It's got scenic views. It's got nice roads. And I didn't even get out and really ride because of the weather. But
and you guys got down there a little bit late.
We got there late. It was nasty, blah, blah, blah. But I say they need to keep pushing and just keep working on it. It could grow.
Yeah.
That's too small, not enough parking. Well, Clinch Mountain Motorworks didn't have any parking either. I mean, it was better than that. It's better than that.
I mean, we have one they're trying to get off the ground here in Jersey, like
Atlantic
City, and that's an organized effort, and it's been a struggle for them. So, and they tried to get Seaside off the ground because everybody knew Roar of the Shore was imploding. But they haven't been able to get a second one going in Jersey.
I don't see a rally picking up in Jersey
at
any point for the same reason the last one they had ended. No way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So It's just
100% no.
which is really bizarre to me because Sturgis manages to do it.
Yeah.
With a heavy presence of a 1% club.
Yeah.
But here it suffocated it.
Not Jersey. So
I'm doing the Blue Ridge area next June.
That's nice.
I would love to do the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Foygello, Road of the Shore. Road of the Shore is no more. It stopped. Its last year was 2019. And it is completely defunct.
Well,
will not be coming back.
Trout wants to know what we're drinking tonight. I started with something different, but I'm currently drinking what's called Now Serving Midnight Munch. What's that say? Munch.
Sound it out.
Cheese. Now serving. It's more of a trying to figure out what the letters are. Now serving Midnight Munchies peanut butter stout made by Epic Brewing, 8.5%. That's pretty good. That's what I'm drinking now. I've been bouncing around tonight though.
And my second one, this one here is Forbidden Pumpkin Imperial Milkshake Style Indian Pale Ale. It is not great, especially if you are drinking something better before this. It's
What's the brewery?
This is by Abomination, I think it is.
Abomination?
What's the word?
Abomination. It is a 9.3. You can taste it too.
It tastes like a diaper. Dirty diaper.
It's not great. I'm not a big pumpkin fan. It's just I had to try it.
Listen, it was an eyesight thing, not a reading thing. I'm getting older. I need my readers. Let's don't make fun of me because I know you wear glasses too, pal.
Yeah, he couldn't even see his truck on fire.
Yeah. Oh, what? My truck's on fire?
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine. I would like to go ride Blood Mountain again, but the sports bikes have taken it over. Where is Blood Mountain?
That doesn't sound good. I don't want to ride it.
I've never heard of that. What state is that in? That's curious. WRT. Oh, Wind Road Therapy. Yeah, I agree. I like it.
As a motor vlogger meetup. Yeah, I think VAM's a great motor vlogger, but I think the question was asked, what would it take to make it a rally? And that's how we got off on that tangent.
I mean, we need new rallies. I mean, people need to try.
Yeah.
Why not?
Absolutely. Northeast Georgia. Blood Mountains in Northeast Georgia.
Adam, many times. What does that mean? Motor ramblings.
Blood Mountain, Georgia is awesome. Yeah, very cool. Iowa Hog Rider has some spotted cow. Yes. Well, we like the spotted cow, man.
That was really good.
I'm trying to get these guys to do a Route 66 ride. That's not rally related, but I think it would be an amazing ride. It's just a big trip.
It's actually
it takes a lot of planning.
It's a bigger planning venture than Sturgis was.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So,
and I'm not even sure the amount of time we need.
I think we need.
I really think my rallies are Leesburg and Sturgis.
2 weeks.
Hey, I mean, if those are the ones you dig, and you only have so much time a year, like you said, you have the rest of your time you got to use for the family and stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
Pick go with what you like. I mean, I don't have a problem with that at all. That's kind of why we kind of end up back up Ocean City a lot. It's close, and we know we like it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yep.
Shoot, I mean, when you're retired and you have unlimited time, you can venture out, but when you don't, stick to what you like. I'm cool with that. I mean, we all know we like Sturgis. If I could get the Sturgis every year, I would get the Sturgis every year.
Yeah.
We've talked about this.
I agree.
And, obviously Pro Monkey, you trailer yours because you bring your RV and that's your place you're staying. I'm at the point now, and I think we all have agreed on this. I think that we rode there, we rode home, we rode there and back. We got our patch. I rode to Sturgis. I'm at the point now, like whatever gets me there, I'll do. If it's flying out to stay for a couple days, if it's driving and towing because we can tag team the driving and go 24/7 and get there in a day and a half instead of 3, whatever it takes, I'm cool with just getting there because I think getting there is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have a YouTube channel.
If I had the time, I wouldn't care. I'd ride.
I mean,
honestly,
if you have the time.
If you have the
it's
time.
not.
If I was rich
You
and
know.
didn't have a job.
First day's the worst. You go from the other
Fantasies.
side of Ohio.
Listen.
Beginning of the next day, you're through Chicago,
You
and then
people,
it's nice.
if you're not from the Northeast, you don't understand how much it sucks.
Yeah.
To get anywhere from here.
Or the fact that
The first day blows no matter what direction you're going.
What was the combined tolls for the group going across Pennsylvania?
Oh, that was
so
I know it was
70, 140.
Something a lot of people you don't have. You don't have it.
$70.
$280. So $280 just for the bikes.
Yep.
And then the car with the trailer. So it was
crazy.
It was probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $370 to $400 in tolls.
Mm-hmm.
Just across PA.
That's not a bad idea buying a place in St. Louis, especially since you're from there.
So
yeah, it cost a crap ton of money just to leave New Jersey.
Yep.
Because that's how the commies have it set up. And it's just boring driving. No matter what direction we go, the first multiple hours is just miserable traffic, no sights, nothing pretty to look at, just crap.
Now Buffalo says dual wild hogs, right? East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Against it, man.
I think, well, if we do Route 66, that is what we'll do.
That is, yeah.
However,
that's 2 weeks minimum.
But I think it's 2 weeks and then shipping the bikes home.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
again, it's not only a time issue. That's a lot of extra money. Shipping a bike's not cheap.
Yeah.
But I do think that's probably our best bet because of time.
Yeah.
We can get to the starting point and then we could ride the whole thing, have 2 weeks, and then just ship and fly back. It's going to be an expensive trip, but I think that's probably the best way to make it happen.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to do it.
Try living in Juneau, Alaska. Nope. 3,200 for a round trip. No.
Wow.
Why? Are you choosing to live there?
Why?
No. Unless you're the most ultimate outdoorsman ever, like, why would you live there?
Professional Monkey says start in Chicago. Well, that's where Route 66 starts, is in Chicago.
Well, we got to get to Chicago.
We got to get to Chicago.
How do you get to Chicago? You go through Pennsylvania.
I don't want to ship my bike to Chicago and fly to Chicago and then ride to the west and then ship it back and fly. That's
mostly because
I don't make
that
kind
ride,
of money, bro.
That ride to Chicago is a little bit more than a day.
Yeah.
I mean, we know
If you're taking 2 weeks, it's just
we can get it to the outskirts of Ohio in 1 day. But that's as far as we can.
We could get further. I mean, we could get further.
We could with the
problem is how we integrate the women.
Yeah.
Right? Are they driving in a car like we did this last trip? Are they riding on the bikes with us? Is Carolyn riding her own? Like that's just more stuff to figure out.
Route 66. I think the ladies are going to want to be on the bikes for that route.
I think Carolyn's going to be on her own, which means I think she needs a new bike.
Yeah, and being 2 up, kind of, I think is going to take away from some of those
long days.
Absolutely.
It's much harder for the passenger than it is the rider, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, it's different for the rider too, because we don't have as much room to move around as you do.
Too.
I mean, it's
that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of moving parts, and it's something we'll figure out, but it's going to take time.
Bike all the way.
All the way.
She's been dying to do a long trip just on the bike.
Oh, take her on a friggin' iron butt.
Pack it up.
It's a lot of moving parts, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And when it's not, and people don't understand, like when it's not just like a channel that's a one man show, like that's easy to go do these trips when it's just you. Like if it was just me and the Piney Princess figuring out this trip, it would be much easier than figuring out with you two, you know what I mean? Like it's a juggling act, and it really just takes time. 2 up does suck, man. Listen. I don't mind doing it. Sometimes I like it on nice leisurely cruises, but I also do like when she's on her own. I worry about her more, but the freedom's a little bit. It's a little more comfortable when you don't have a back seat.
I enjoy having her on the back. Actually, she's my backrest. I mean, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, all those are true, Pro Monkey, for real. It's it's a big trip to plan.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And-
you got
Yeah.
Again, you're behind on that. Where mine are now almost out of here. Yeah, I don't. You know what, man? You're using the old man. I think that dude's down to do anything. I feel like he'd be down to do anything. I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I met him and hanging out with him. I feel like you guys argue like a married couple. It's hilarious. It's funny. Your dad's a good dude, though. I had fun hanging out with him. You should get a group from here to stay up in the area and go on rides. From where to go to what to who to be what?
Stay on where? We should get a group from here to stay up in the area and go on rides.
Where's
here?
Here.
Where's here?
He probably told us already.
He probably did. Yeah, there's so many scrolling through. I can't.
So Professional Monkey. That's true. Glad mine are almost 20 now. Yeah. I mean, all of this is like next to impossible when you have a small child, which you obviously have. Definitely a challenge.
And then he yells because his Facebook doesn't work.
Fix his TV every day, then he yells because his Facebook doesn't work. Yeah, you guys are hilarious.
You guys see, Facebook will be changing its name.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Let's move on.
I saw that, but I didn't see what they're changing.
Wasn't for YouTube. I wouldn't even have it. I don't think.
Yeah.
Facebook's kind of gay.
So, old man Monkey rocks. There you go, Buffalo.
He was a good time, man. He was a good bunk buddy. He didn't make any noise. He didn't snore or nothing. At least that I heard.
So, what else you guys got in Daytona?
Would you go back?
Yeah, I'll go back.
Listen, I'll go back in this.
I don't need much of an excuse to go to a rally.
I don't either.
Will you trailer?
I'll ride that. I'll ride.
Not to there.
I mean, the only reason I would trailer is if we bought an RV and I had a toy hauler, and that would be the only reason the bike would be in a trailer. But I mean, that ride isn't. Once you're past Washington, the ride is.
Listen again.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, we would leave at a much different time than we've been leaving for these things.
Yeah.
Well, I left at 2
I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to get yelled at, but I'm just saying. We left at a different time. We could avoid that mess.
Yeah.
So Monkey will come back to see us. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, you're not that far. So, again, I get it. Like, when it's local, if it's not great and it's local, like,
it's still a good time. And you know what? People, rallies are just as much about who you're hanging out with as they are about what's going on at the rally.
For sure.
And that's a big part of it. I mean, we usually, wind up there with a group and, it's a good time.
The groups are a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
I love seeing my friends, and I got to see our friends who used to live up here and now live down in Tampa. We got to see them. We got to see Justin stuff. But the bigger your group gets, the harder it is to maneuver, to decide what you're doing, decide what time and this and that and that. It gets just too many people with it.
It's like herding cats.
It's herding cats, and it gets difficult. So sometimes it's easier to just go as least amount of people as you can. But
yeah,
there's pros and cons to both.
So
even a rally that isn't great is still great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
the people. Yeah,
I can find negatives in all of them if I want to.
I'd go back. Would you go back? You'd go back.
I would definitely go back.
Go back.
I mean, I'll go in the spring.
I would like to definitely go back because I would like to experience the other parts that we didn't get to experience.
Yeah,
there's always like 4 or 5 more things you didn't get to do.
Definitely.
That first time you went. So I would like to go back and do some of the stuff that we did already, but explore other parts.
For sure.
It's like Ocean City. There's still more to find.
Is there?
For me, Ocean City is
fish. We did Fishtail.
See, for me, Ocean City is there's so many bars to hit for the nightlife,
secrets and Fishtails,
and you go back and you go to the ones you like, but you could branch out.
You could
and find
branch out.
more.
I tell you what,
You can
I
find
tell you
more.
what I could do without though.
What's that?
Parking at that Oasis bar.
Oh, that field.
'Cause
Well, I didn't even know that Oasis bar
Yeah.
was there. That was a true
Our-
biker
Our
rally.
viewers never got the
bar.
experience of that, did they?
there was nobody rolling a camera. There was nobody rolling a camera then. Everybody had it.
No.
Everybody
Yeah.
had to hold on to their bikes. so
I
they
had
don't
never
fall
I had
over.
never wanted Pan America so bad in my life.
Listen, they parked us in this pasture.
I don't believe bikes didn't
That
catch on
was a
fire.
mess.
It really wasn't even like there were hot pipes next to dead grass all
Yeah.
over the place.
So I
I'm
pulled
like,
off.
how is the bike not catching on fire right now? I just
We
My
were-
problem was the freaking holes, man.
oh
It wasn't like you were driving through a smooth field. There was holes. It was crazy. I was cracking
what was
up.
worse is you were hitting those holes and you didn't exactly know you were hitting
I
them.
had no
No.
clue.
I'm in the
that
back
was-
of the
that was
pack
bad.
and all I could see is people doing this and this, and I'm like, oh, I'm putting my feet
You're
down
gonna-
here.
Well, that was the worst idea that you could do is put your feet down.
that was bad.
Because the way it was set up, you could put your feet down
In
into
a
a
hole.
hole and your bike just go pop right over. You just had to give it juice, man. My problem was I was following that chick,
yeah,
who was
she
very
like, You might want to
hesitant,
stay back.
and she
Wow.
was like, "Oh," she's looking back at me, worried about me behind her. She's like, "You might want to stay back because I'm having problems." And she was like struggling to get through the potholes because she wasn't giving it enough
Yeah.
juice. You just gotta get
Because when you got
Good
stuck
night,
in
Motor Ramblers, brother.
you gotta goose it
Yeah.
and go, man.
Have a good
So,
time.
all right.
Beast. So
Goose
from
it and
Central
go.
Washington to Sturgis, rider trailer. That's really entirely up to you. I mean, it's all the criticism you can get from others, or
I would ride that.
I
Wait,
would
where
say
is it?
first
What is
time
it?
at least ride it.
I would
Ride it
ride.
at least once.
Which one are we talking about?
I would ride that.
Right there, Blocks Beast.
Central Washington.
Now, be aware that you're going to run through some spots where you're not going to see anything for miles and miles and miles.
Yeah, make sure you
You
Make
gotta-
sure you have gas, and
you
because
gotta
there's going
hook,
to be some
hook up with
spots.
a law-abiding biker and ride with him.
Yeah,
He's out of Washington.
Yep.
there's
He-
some spots you
he-
won't see anything for miles.
He
Going
goes,
from
he
that
goes to Sturgis
direction.
every year.
Try parking at Top. See, I have a feeling, and I wasn't there. I didn't go the day to Topless Tuesday. I have a feeling that the experience that we had in the field was worse.
Yeah,
I think so.
This was bad.
it was
Really.
it was
bad.
the worst stuff I've ever ridden.
This was a money grab big time on their part.
It was a money grab.
Yep.
It really was.
Because you had to pay an extra fee to get in. It was a money grab. This field was unfit for cars, let alone bikes.
I have many reasons why I would not go back to that bar. Because one, I mean, the parking sucks. So you could start with the parking. The parking was just shit. There was nobody had any business parking bikes in a field like that.
correct.
Zero.
I
And
agree.
the fact that they gave you a little shaving of fucking wood to put your kickstand on
Yeah.
did not make up for it. Okay. Two, they were taking $10 a head at the door.
It was 10 or 5.
It's at 5.
Oh, was it $5?
It was 5.
So,
It was
but
just
still,
10 for both of them.
regardless. So $5 a head at the door. You're taking $5 a head at the door, and then
You didn't get anything out of that.
you couldn't get anything out of
You
that
couldn't even get
because
the
the
food
beer
line.
lines were 80
You
people
had like
long.
one beer stand.
Yeah,
The food line was
That place
50
was
people
packed.
long,
it was packed.
and the
I didn't-
entertainment was midgets
That's crazy.
jousting. Midgets
They weren't
jousting.
midgets.
They were midgets, dude.
Were they midgets?
They were midgets.
I thought it was full-grown people.
I thought it was full-grown people too.
It was
Really?
full-grown
Was it
people,
full-
bro.
Full-grown people.
It wasn't midgets, but they were jousting.
Do they make
There
night
was-
armor and
there were
freaking
some-
size? I mean,
there were some- What do you call it? Like ancient times jousting
Nightwind
combat
Road.
things going on. That was weird.
But yeah, so listen, if you go to Ocean City, don't go to the freaking Oasis bar, man.
Don't do it.
It's probably a great time, not during the rally,
We just wanted to
honestly.
get some lunch, but it didn't
Yeah.
work out. The midget was on the bar inside. That's correct.
Oh, there you go.
Good night, Wind
Good
Road
night.
Therapy.
Good night, Windroad.
You-
Thanks for popping in.
You know that like you know everybody was unhappy with that place when we all looked at each other and everybody said,
The midget was
we'll,
inside.
we'll eat the
bar.
$5.
We'll eat the
Yeah,
We'll eat the
let's-
$5. Let's get
We
the heck
all
out
ate
of
Well,
here.
it was
$5
gonna
and
be-
took off.
It was going to be an hour just to get the food, and then it was going to be like some crap food, like a hot dog or something.
Oh, shit. It was just shit.
And we hadn't eaten all day. We all wanted a good meal. I'm glad we went where we went. We ended up at that brewery, whatever that was, and we had a
Yep.
good meal.
That was
And
good.
Windroad Therapy met us there.
I wish we had stopped that before, but that was good food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we ate there the
pizza,
last
it was a great
year,
time.
the time before that.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
So
That's funny.
I think that's all I got. You guys.
I'm ready to go back. I want to experience it again. That was fun. That was a good time.
I'm gonna do a few days in St. Louis to enjoy my hometown. Then I'm heading up to Sturgis. What's up?
What he must be talking to somebody else. What are you talking
What's
about?
up?
I think they're talking about Sturgis next year.
Yeah, if I can figure out how to get to Sturgis next year, I'll do it.
That crossover in St. Louis sucks. Just to let you know, TJ,
Crossover.
where the stadium is at, where the Arc is at.
Well, it's an arch.
Arch. Same thing.
Arc is a boat. Okay. Yes, Stooges.
That's horrible. We almost got killed there twice.
Stooges.
He must be hitting the fireball.
Stooges.
He must be hitting the fireball.
So, Pro Monkey, what do you got tomorrow? I think you got 2 live streams, don't you?
Does he have 2 live streams tomorrow?
I think he's a guest, and then he's doing his own. I think, if I saw it right. I think he's a guest on Ride the Bikers.
Okay.
With some other fat bearded dudes.
All right.
And then I think he and the missus are doing their own live stream tomorrow. I don't think I have a football game to go to tomorrow, so I think I might be watching. There's a real battle going on Thursday Night Football right now, guys. If you're not paying attention.
I saw says he's going to be on Verizon.
Wow.
So
Ride the Biker.
We're going to be on the, what did they call it? The pregame. What do they call that word?
I think they call it the pregame.
Pregame,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Pre-party.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-party with Hollywood from Insane Throttle Biker News. Wild on Twos and Brian the Biker. We're just trying to narrow down, I think, the actual date, which we're waiting for him to get back to us on.
Okay.
So we'll be doing that pretty soon. We are going to be going back to having some guests on our
live streams.
On our lives, which
we have some.
We haven't talked about this, but I still think that we should think about doing this setup.
Yeah.
Instead of all of us in our own blocks. I didn't really dig that. I think the 3 of us in our block and one other block would be a better setup, but we'll figure that out. So we'll start going back to having some guests and doing some. We want to showcase
some big guests too.
We got some big guests that we're gonna have, and then we would like to get back to showcasing some of the up and coming YouTube channels, the smaller channels that are putting the work in. Start giving them some recognition. So we got that coming, and we're getting into the colder weather. So we're definitely gonna be probably starting to hit the lives more frequently.
Oh yeah.
When it gets cold here.
Do a rally at a brewery up north.
Do we sell fitted hats?
No,
it's something we've been looking into, but we don't at the moment.
We're working on hats, but as Pro Monkey will tell you, it's a tough one to get into and to find somebody that can do them properly.
And to even get them to you for a price that is
reasonable. Get them to you for a good price and be able to do your logo. If you have a intricate logo, it can be tough.
It can be.
They don't those what do they call it? Embroidery?
Yeah. Embroidery, yeah.
They there's only so much they can do with those little intricate details. So we've been working on that, but we don't have anything solid on yet. Buffalo November. That's the little one's birthday.
But trust me, once we definitely
Magic Kingdom. I love that.
And we get something going, we will definitely all let you all know and where to get them. Yeah, for sure. 100%. But in the meantime, if you want shirts and other, what do we got? Other stuff in there, right?
We got stuff.
We got shirts. We got
fanny packs,
glasses like this one, fanny packs, hoodies, t-shirts. Bagginsandbrews.com. It's scrolling across the bottom right now. And if you went to Daytona or you like the Daytona shirt, they're still available. We'll talk to you when we want to go and take them down. But they'll be up for a little bit. They'll be up for a little bit. A lot of people like them. Appreciate that. And I want to be a hat too. Pick them up. Thank you very much. Listen, once we figure out hats, Monkey, we'll definitely have one 100%. For you. We just got to figure out the specifics on that.
Yeah.
I just saw one this week that I was showing you guys that might work.
Yeah.
They're pricey.
Pricey though, I saw that.
It was pricey. I feel like that might be what it takes to get them though. You guys should do a Battleship New Jersey meetup.
Why would you?
During one of our beer tasting things George did last summer. So was Foy Jello one of the guys you met?
He didn't go by Foy Jello. No, I don't think so.
Beer tasting things George did last summer. I would have loved to do that. Well, where was I for that? I was away.
You had better things to do.
No,
you were in VAM, I think.
I think I was at VAM.
So
I got to go. You guys have a
Brandon.
good night. Later, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right now, our shirts are being done by Teespring.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we use them is they handle everything. We don't have to do any shipping or touch anything. Makes it very easy. Everyone wants a hat, but not for $40.
Yo, that's the truth.
Exactly.
That's
the
truth.
problem right there.
Well,
That
not
is very
everyone,
true.
because I pay $40 for a hat all the time.
But you got like 7 new ones, don't you?
I got like 60 hats.
It's hard to sell $40 hats, and it's hard
It is
to
tough.
it is
It's
hard
expensive.
to expect people to buy a $40 hat. And
But you got to think
You know?
about the cost of a normal hat, and now think about that you're customizing it.
I know.
You know, and I mean, it gets tough, but these companies, they are tough, man, with these prices. And then with the way things are now,
It's going to be more.
it's even more because, I mean, they're passing all that extra cost on to us. So that's why we don't have one yet. But as soon as we do, we'll let you guys know for sure.
Heck yeah.
I'd love to see you guys rocking them. But if you
So-
wanted the beard hat with a New Jersey license plate, you can get that at
Where?
I don't know, I forget the name of it.
I knew he forgot.
Dumb.
I could tell by the way he was
I
looking
thought
at me,
you
he
were
forgot
gonna
the name.
remember. What the hell? Where did I get those hats from?
I don't know.
Well, if it's going to be a $40 hat, it's going to be a damn sweet
Some
hat. And we
beach.
want to make sure we
Coolest
have the
biker
damn
hat
sweet
is the clock. I don't know if I've seen the Clockworks hats.
Oh my gosh.
Foy Jello, yeah. The
gosh.
there are some other beer festivals. That one that day was hot, man. It was hot, and the way they had it set up, like all the beer
Citylox.
was together.
I just don't like Camden.
City Locks, CITYLOCS.com.
City Locks.
And you don't have to get the beard hat. You can get anything you want put on it, but
Oh,
you
there
should
you
get
go.
it a beard hat. Because if you ask Mrs. Stevie Fow, she'll tell you it's the best hat on the planet.
Trout.
So-
Actually, that's funny you say that because this one here was $35, and that's the most I've ever paid for a hat.
Yeah,
Really?
that's
Yes.
true.
Huh.
That's the most
Yeah.
I paid for a hat, and this was $35.
I like my hats from the. Do you know who makes
Organization
them?
that cannot be made. I can't wear them.
Do you know what company makes them, Pro Monkey?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
sometimes you can go to that company and get other things made if it's a good hat,
mhm.
if it has a good fit and it's good quality, the price. I'd happily pay $40 for a good quality hat to support friends. My man. So we at least got one person that'll buy one.
Wait till Droop tries to put that logo on a hat. I love that logo.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
But God bless you, you're gonna put that logo on a hat,
that's gonna
man.
be tough. It's gonna run into the same issue we have. It's just like what happened with
Flex
Pro
fit's
Monkeys.
nice.
Monkey, he didn't have a monkey on there or something.
It was what was it? Professional Monkey. They left something out. What
They
did
left
leave out?
something out. I agree. I like the flex fit better, but the gray hat that I was wearing, it's actually very comfortable. I was very happy. But what was it with that?
Oh,
Steve Bates said he V2'd all HD apparel. In the beginning, when I first started riding, I used to collect T-shirts. Now it's poker chips.
It's just poker chips.
Can't-
Actually, Savannah actually.
it only says monkey. It doesn't say professional. That's great, dude. That's great.
Yeah, and to boot, it's crooked.
That's great. Could you make it to Milwaukee in a day? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
That'd
yes.
be rough. That
I
would
mean,
be. That's iron butt
Technically,
type
yes,
stuff.
but that is some like.
That's
kick your
iron butt
butt.
stuff.
I know someone that did it.
Yo, you know someone who did it at 120, 130 miles an hour.
I'm just saying.
So-
I'm sorry that your bikes can't keep up. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you go with him. Go with him.
I didn't want to go with him. I wanted to go with you guys. I just
I'm
want
not-
you guys to man up and step on the gas.
I'm not riding with that guy.
I can go that way, but I got to be safe first.
You can't go over 65. What are you
Not
talking
at
about?
the moment, no.
I'd love to get to Milwaukee
Uh.
today because they got the hog rally. The hog rally seems like that would be a big
That
event
could be
too.
a cool thing
I
to
want-
do.
I want to make
That-
it
that
there just
could-
to go
that-
to the Harley Museum.
that-
honestly.
2020. That could be. I mean, it's kind of a. Is it a rally? They actually
Yeah,
do an all-out
it's a
rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What month is that in?
Yeah, I gotta see. What is that?
You collect HD pins?
A lot of people collect pins.
Hmm.
Pins aren't my thing.
Maggie's Brews, that logo would not work on a hat at all. I'd have to come up with a second. Yeah, you need something with like just some writing, like
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Droops Mustache Rides or whatever it is you
Bike
call
would
them that.
Swim the whole way there. Swim. Why would it swim? All right, elaborate a little on that. Kind of lost. Like I said, the museum in Milwaukee. I want to go there. Definitely would like.
So
to
it
check
says
that out.
it says September 2nd to the 6th. So like that around that first week of September, I just wanted to take a look.
It's not a bad time. It's a good time as far as temperatures and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
To glue them to my bar and epoxy it on, that's pretty cool. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely do that. They got a big list of live bands,
Do they now?
vendors, and more
This
all
is
weekend.
for the upcoming, not the last one.
This was for 21, so they don't
Okay.
have their they
Yeah.
don't have their page up for 22.
Boys Meet World. What kind of gayness is that?
I don't know.
Challenge coins. I do have a couple of challenge coins.
Yeah, I get
Challenge coins are a big thing for me because I actually I had a lot of them from my military career stolen. So a couple good friends sent me a couple of the HD challenge coins, and I have a few of them now. Continue with that. Some are pretty sweet.
Yeah, no regrets. Said Labor Day weekend. I buy challenge coins almost any time we go to a rally. They're very popular at the rallies now. I
Yeah.
got a couple from Sturgis that are pretty cool. I think I got one in Daytona.
Troops Tactic Champion.
So
That's so gay. Virginia's a weird place, man. They grow them a little crooked.
I'm telling you.
I have
So
over 100 so far. That's cool. All right, dudes. I think we exhausted the Daytona conversation. I hope you guys all had a good time hanging out with us tonight, having a couple
Mhm.
beers and talking about the rally. I had a great time. I
Definitely
would
a good
definitely go back to it. I feel there's like a lot I missed and a lot I would do if
Yeah.
we went again.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, I'm happy with our decision to go there. We met a lot of amazing people, got to hang out with a lot of cool people. Just an overall great time. A brother from the origin, according from the founding of the Oregon, South Dakota. I cried. Oh, okay.
We're talking
I
about
could
his
tell,
organization that he's part of.
No,
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Hi, Stacy.
But yeah,
thanks, bro.
that's it for tonight, guys. I don't know what our next scheduled live is.
We got the Burn Monkeys truck.
We did get the truck on fire, which is cool.
It's funny because early on I said, it's smoking a bit.
That was a good night, man.
That was a great night, brother. Appreciate your time.
You know what, man? You need a little chaos at these gatherings, these parties to make memories, and it's something you won't forget, something we won't forget. So it was a good time, and the lobsters were still great, so everything worked out.
Yep.
The ocean insects.
Yeah. So I don't know our live schedule coming up, but I do know we're going to be doing a lot more of them as we get here into the colder weather. We're going to start reaching out to different moto vloggers. So if I message you about being on our live, don't ignore me. Get back to me. And hopefully we'll have some of you guys on as guests that have channels, and it's going to be we're going to have a good winter, man. We're going to have a good winter.
Yeah,
So,
I think so.
Well, apparently we're going to Vegas.
we're not in Florida, but we're still going to have fun. I wish I was going to Vegas.
I wish too.
I'll go to Vegas.
I'll go to Vegas.
Maybe we need to go. Does Vegas have a rally? No, they don't have a rally, do they?
Hats on, hats
It's
off.
fine. It's all
You
fine.
got it, brother. It's
All right,
fine.
guys.
We'll see
Good
you.
night, and we will see you guys on the next live. Hey,
Sounds good.
there's a video coming out Tuesday you don't want to miss, so stay tuned. Deuces.
Peace.